What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the den. I hope you're all doing well, fine, and dandy. And I apologize for the tardiness. I was late to class this evening. And I was kind of in bed. I was a little tired, but I was like, you know what? I gotta make it shake. I gotta make it do what it do. I can't leave y'all denless. I can't leave myself denless. It's therapeutic. I need it. I need them shits. So, hope y'all are all doing well. I hope everybody's fine and dandy. Sweet like candy. Get that on over there. So, hope y'all having a super Saturday night. And we're going to talk a little bit about mind power, the power of the mind, mental toughness. And then I think we're gonna kind of shoot the shit a little bit tonight. You know, whatever's on y'all's mind, you know, maybe that might be the thing for that shoot the shit Saturday nights. You know, because sometimes there's things that people want to talk about that may not necessarily be in the context of the conversation. But what y'all got to understand is the way the den works is whatever's on your mind. Hey, if you want to call, if you want to speak, we will talk about it. That's the point of the den. You know, having conversations about the things that are going on in the world, questions you may have, commentary you may have on society. That's what this community is about. But before we get into it, let's see what we got joining us this evening. Which friends in the den, you den zenins, you den generates, you den folk. What's up to my den folk? I like that one. And so we're going to talk about some shit tonight, man. And, you know, we're going to talk some trash and some cash shit like we do all the time and like we do about this time. And then we're going to get into it. So let's see what we got joining us tonight. Edwin Baptiste, what's the motherfucking deal? Heidi Kleindienst. Kleindienst. I don't even know. Keisha R, what's the motherfucking deal? Jay Dizzle from the land of the trio. Rashida Reed, what's the motherfucking deal? Sitting Phoenix, what's the motherfucking deal? Strawberry 32, DeMarcus Johnson, good to see you. Herb got it to Don, what's the motherfucking deal? Russell Flowers, what's the motherfucking deal? Jaja Era. You was on ESPN twice, but did you shoot your shot? Did you shoot your shot or did you pull an Ed Man? So I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody's doing fine, man. I'm always glad to see y'all. And again, and I just appreciate, I want to take the time to say I appreciate everybody who's been sending out words of motivation, encouragement, support, all of those things. Y'all are really some great people out there. And it's going to tie into the conversation tonight. But before we get into it, I guess let me do these things properly because I always forget to do the shit. I, if you don't know, am your host, Ed Honcho. This is the Den Show, or I don't know. I guess the Den is the channel, and then when we go live, that's the Den Show. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's how we'll identify it. I gotta identify things. See, I used to always wonder why people kind of like not necessarily compartmentalized, but everything was labeled. You know, this like things were always so broken down. Well, this is this. You know, there's different terms for different situations, especially when in I wouldn't say corporate, but when you're in business, you know, terms that seem quite similar, but they just have little ways of differentiating things. That's basically the same shit. Why is this, that, and why is that? I understand now. Shonda Tony, what's the motherfucking deal? Glad you could join us. Hold on, Heidi. Hold on, Heidi. Now you ain't gonna do the hating with the cougs, man. Hold on, don't start that shit. Don't start that shit. See. Hey, look. That's what the game they come too much hype, man. That's what I say. I don't like all this shit. I don't like when people start paying attention to Houston because bad shit starts happening. So, but what I'm saying is, you know, and I understand. So I guess the Den is the channel and the Den Show is when we go live. I think that makes sense. That works for me. So, aside from that nonsense, make sure you're following the Den on all the proper socials. Facebook.com/Den Show Live, Twitter and Instagram @Den Show Live. Excuse me. Same name, different platforms. And yeah, that's about that. I want to watch Forrest Gump for some reason. I ain't watched Forrest Gump in a long time, but that was a great movie. I feel like watching Forrest Gump. That's so fucking random. I don't know why, but it just seems like the thing to do right now. I don't know. And again, if you ever want to contact the Den Show, looking like old buddy, Home Improvement, not Tool Time. Tool Time was the other show. 833-284-3336. 833, the number 2, the Den is the easy way to remember that. If you ever want to call into the Den, you know, speak your mind, or you can go to @denshowlive@gmail.com. If you ever want to, provide some constructive criticism. If you ever want to, just suggest a topic, if you have some input or you just, something you want to discuss, feel free to shoot that to the email. Feel free to call in on the Denline. And I'm going to get better at checking text messages and all of the other stuff. I know some of you guys have sent some text messages and I was kind of late replying to if I've replied at all. And so I apologize for that. But we'll get to them eventually and make sure I apply all of that. So, again, and if you want to show some love to the Den, you support the Den at streamlabs.com/The Den Show. So I've been thinking about, I know y'all talking about coming up with a system for calls you don't like and how to handle those, or, we're going to work on that. By the end of this stream today, we're going to come up with something. I have a couple ideas. I'm going to throw them your way, and I want to know what you guys are thinking. But let's get to it, man. Let's get into the conversation. And the conversation tonight is about mind power, mental toughness, and not just mental toughness, but the power of the mind, because it can be weakness too, because the mind can overpower you. There's a lot of things. Whoa, Titanic over Forrest Gump. Stop. You just want to see old girl getting naked. That's what that is. That's what that is. and wait. Forrest was not a simp. Okay. Forrest was special needs, and so he didn't realize he couldn't do any better. Okay. You know what I mean? And so in other cases, I would normally say, yeah, it was super simp. He was kind of super simping though, but he just didn't know any better. He was loyal to the T. That's all Forrest knew, and Jenny betrayed him. And I'm pretty sure Forrest got AIDS. I don't know, it's never really confirmed. He had the kid and everything. We're going to discuss that. Y'all, let me get a pen. Man, I think I left some of my pens at the fucking soccer field today. Have to focus off, to not go off on somebody, man. I feel you on that one. You gotta just think about the finer things in life, small kittens and money and what was it, gray sweatpants. We got into a conversation about that last night. All right, cool. Got some ink in this one. All right, so we'll talk about that a little bit before it's all said and done. But let's get into mind power, mental toughness, mental weakness, whatever it is, the power of the mind, because power, I guess, has a scale of some sort. And why I said this, what had me thinking about this today was the little one was had her last soccer game of the year today. And and man, she got pasted in practice. And so, they all take turns, practicing being a goalie and, doing all this stuff. It's a league. It's not like a real competitive league. It's like a second time playing, but their team went undefeated this season, which was cool. So it ain't that much better than being a loser. So what happened though is in practice, I was looking at my phone. I just happened to look up just in time to see her again. She got pasted right in the fucking face with a soccer ball. I mean, just bow. So I got cold faced. I was just watching her, see how she's gonna react. I sat there. She went down, grabbed her face. I was like, uh-oh. She kind of looked, she kind of adjusted herself. She was down there for a second or two. And all the other parents were like, oh. And so I just yelled at her to say, hey, you all right? Get up. She got right back up. And she got to it. Didn't cry, didn't get upset. She was down for about a second and a half. I think it shocked her more than anything. Because I think it's the first time she ever just got hit like that. Any other time, and to me, like I say, the development of this kid is cool, because she used to be a crybaby. I mean, a crybaby over any little thing, anything uncomfortable, whatever. It was just the waterworks would start flowing, and so that shit ain't finna shake. I'm not with that. And so over the years that I've been in her life, my goal has been to toughen her up. And I was proud today. I was more proud today of her getting hit in the face and toughening that shit out than any of the goals she scored, any of the good things she's done on the field. Because, all of this stuff is cool, but that carries over. And people are like, oh, well, some of the other parents were kind of looking at me. Oh, well, he's a mean guy. Every time their fucking kids get hurt or do something, one kid kicked the soccer ball and was talking about ow, like it's a fucking soccer ball. You're gonna get hit in the leg, you know. You got to kick it, and so. You know, I was proud of it because that carries over into other areas of life, not just on the soccer field. And when you stop crying about the little insignificant shit, you stop sweating the little insignificant. Now she got a long ways to go. There's still a lot of shit to do, and you know we got to work on focusing. And I have my own issues focusing and things like that. But I was cool. I was cool on that. They got 8. That's fucked up, man. Y'all doing my boy Forrest bad. So I thought that was cool, man. I was very proud of that. So you know, I told her I was happy about that, but I was not satisfied with the rest of the way that she played. She played it terribly. She had a couple of good plays, but for the most part, she played terribly today. But I told her I was proud of the fact that she got hit in the face and didn't cry. So that's cool. But mental toughness, man, and I think it's a thing that some people say you're born with it. Some people say it's something you can develop. I believe it's something that you can develop. And the reason why I say that it's something that you can develop is because I've had it. I've gone through it. I've actually had it. I've lost it in a sense, and I've had to gain it back because of things that have gone on in my life. And, you know, I think there's points that you can kind of break and, you know, you kind of just got to regain, you got to refocus and realize. And mental toughness the mind is a muscle like anything else, but you don't have the ability to throw some 45s on it and pump it up and get it swole and make it stronger. Mental toughness requires mental exercise, and that means you have to go through some things and actually put yourself in situations that are difficult and succeed, you know, to know that you can overcome those things, to know that you can power through those things, to know that you can go through experiences that are tough and eventually realize, hey, you know what, you'll be all right. Lakers ain't do it, but we're gonna talk about Cardi B too. Trust me, I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm so upset with the city of Houston right now. Yeah, y'all like have no idea. I'm gonna start telling motherfuckers to start voting Republican and shit for the next election. I usually, like I said, I don't be telling people what to do. You do what you do, but we're gonna talk about it. But anyway, so my thing is mental toughness. You know, why is it a good thing? I think if it isn't for mental toughness, you don't have, especially living in America, you don't have what you have now. And you say, well, why? Because it took somebody to be tough to go out and venture forth into the wilderness. It took somebody to go out and venture forth into the unknowns. It took somebody to go out and venture forth into other countries to fight these wars, to put their lives on the line, for us to be able to appreciate the little boxes that we live in, the little boxes that we drive, little boxes that we turn on and off to get entertainment and be comfortable, because and to let these things deteriorate our own mental toughness. But the people who did put out the mental toughness out there to acquire these things, you have to appreciate it. You have to you have to give credit where it's due, because if we all just stayed in comfort, we'd probably died out centuries ago. But it takes people to take that risk, to be curious about the unknown, to be willing to overcome discomfort, really. And sometimes not discomfort, I mean to overcome pain, fucking, hurt, loss, a lot of things for the rest of us to benefit and succeed. It's not always just about an individual thing. Sometimes, one person's sacrifice can benefit hundreds, thousands, possibly millions. It just depends on the scenario. I'm sure there's a multitude of things that we go on about throughout history. And there's a lot of ways you could paint that. Now, some of these things we could talk about might make people uncomfortable, but hey, it is what it is. But mental toughness, how do you achieve it? How do you get it? How do you keep it? You have to go through some things, and that's just a fact. Like, you can't imagine And even though they say the mind, when you think of certain things, it can't tell the difference between you actually going through it and you just imagining it in the brain. It registers the same. But I don't think that you can virtually experience a bunch of shit and feel like now all of a sudden you have mental toughness. I think you have to go through things in reality. And that's why you see people who are of a certain nature continue to put themselves in more and more difficult situations, to continue to test themselves, to continue to push themselves to the limit, to see what they're truly capable of. A marathon runner, and I think that takes mental toughness to accomplish. Running is fucking boring. It's boring as shit. And that's my problem. It's not the running, it's just that it's so boring. And my problem is it's me. It's about staying focused. I'm just all over the place. And so I started running. I started thinking about all other kind of shit. And I don't really have that focus that I need to stay on one thing and really focus. I think that people who run have some of the best mental clarity because they take that time, especially if they run daily, they take that time to focus all their thoughts, organize everything that they, want to do. Because, what else are you fucking doing? And that's definitely something I always said I want to implement, but I'm everywhere, man. I'm everywhere. My thing though is this. It is 500 per week on the low. Man, here's the deal though. Man, I can tell you about it. I remember when I first, like I said, when I moved out, when I first left U of H apartment, I forgot how much that shit was cheap though. It was like $3 something. But boy, you were in the hood. Now you go hit the block and make that $3 something that day, but easily in a couple of hours. Probably sooner than that, but yeah, you was in the trap. It was nothing luxurious at all. But it is what it is. But my thing is, in this world, you have to be willing to take challenges. You have to be willing to face your fears. And there will always be new fears. I think people believe that there's going to be a point where I reach a certain plateau and that's it. I'm good. I'm great. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to work anymore. But it doesn't work like that. There will always be the need for growth. There will always be the need for steady improvement. Asmel, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. T'Challa, Clayton Yeary, what's the motherfucking deal? Roscoe, what's the motherfucking deal? Bailey, what's the motherfucking deal? Cavity Creek. Let me see if I ain't shout out. Make sure I ain't miss nobody. Look, make sure I give the love. Make sure. Yeah, Jenny did everything and then some. Jenny did everything and then some before Forrest ever got that action. He got put in a bad way. 335 was the motherfucking deal. But again, mental toughness, you can't have fears. You have to get out of that comfort zone to continue to succeed, to continue to thrive, or otherwise, you're going to get into a place where you're stagnant. And you'll be stagnant for so long, and then eventually you start losing because other people will pass you up, people who have the courage or bravery. And I think people look at courage and bravery as a different thing. And that's just the willingness to continue on, even though you are fearful. Courage doesn't mean that you're not afraid of anything. Bravery doesn't mean that you're not afraid of anything. It just means that you're willing to continue to push forward, even though there are possible dangers, there are possible downfalls, there are risks in what you do, but you push forward because the reward to you is greater, or the cause is greater than yourself. And I don't think most people have that type of push. I don't think most people have that type of motivation. And my fucking nose itches. But I think if we really thought about it, I think if you really dig down deep, I think everybody has the motivation, but I don't think people value it enough. I don't think people put it in their minds enough that it's important enough to them. I think you either have to sometimes get real with life to have these experiences to understand. And what I mean by getting real with life is that, sometimes you got to get fucking punched in the face by some shit. Sometimes you got to get knocked on your ass to realize that everything's not happy-go-lucky. Everything isn't kosher. You got to be pushed up against the wall sometimes and realize you only got one or two options, and that's to fold up or fight. And I guess running is an option, but eventually that shit's gonna catch up with you. But Gaines, what's the motherfucking deal? And McVice, what's the motherfucking deal? So my thing is, again, say whatever human flaw we discussed, it did. No one has it. Oh, I have lots of flaws. I have flaws. I have fears, but I have to overcome them. I have a lot of thoughts of different things, but they must be overcome. And do I overcome all of them? No, but I do try to make an effort to get better, even if it's just a little bit, and keep these things on my mind. So definitely, I have no problem admitting where I where I have issues. I have flaws. Some of my flaws are displayed, here and live on the screen. So I don't think it's a thing, and I think people got to realize that that's kind of what bothers me about the internet. And I'm gonna open up the Denline here in about 3 minutes, and that's what bothers me about the internet, is because, especially how its impact on the children, is because nobody wants to show their flaws. Nobody wants to show their losses. Nobody wants to show where they fucked up. Nobody wants to show where it ain't as good as it looks. Everybody wants to show, hey, look, I got this, I got that. I'm doing good. I'm doing better than you. When in reality, they're depressed. They're fucked up. Their life is shitty. Their family life is shitty. They're greedy, hateful people, or they just, their demeanor is trash. I mean, it's just so much, but they sell it to people, and people are so materialistic that people buy it easily. And that's why I'm going to talk about Cardi B and some things here in just a second. But people the last few days have shown me a few things. And I'm talking about you guys from here in the den and from Soft Sports. And like I say, the love y'all shown over the last few days, like I say, from just to motivate, just the things that have been said. Like, I really have been just thinking about these things. And then I look at Cardi B, okay, and thinking about both situations and some of the stuff that people said. Like I say, I don't look at myself as in any particular way. I'm just a dude, and I try to speak as honestly as I can with y'all. I try to be as genuine as I can with you guys, authentic as I can be when we have conversation about my thoughts, my feelings. I don't know shit. I talk about some shit I have no idea what's going on, and I have no problem telling you, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I think that's how it should be. But I don't think people want real. Well, I don't want to say that. I didn't think that people wanted real. I think that, maybe related, it's cool, it's something to do on the internet. But some of the things that y'all have reached out and said, I never saw myself from that angle. You know what I mean? I just kind of saw myself, it's a cool conversation. It is what it is. And like I say, just some of the things and words of encouragement, it changed my perspective on what we have here, what's going on here. And it encourages me to do better, to kind of toughen up on some things, to push a little harder, to maybe step into some avenues that I may have never considered. And this is an avenue I never considered up until one point, and then it just, it became a thing, and then, we've just consistently been doing it. And so it's time to push the walls, trying to make more space, trying to do a little bit further, go a little bit further. And like I say, and a lot of those words of motivation just got me believing I could do some shit I ain't never tried before. And so we gonna make that shake. So one way or another, like I feel like I can't lose, And it's a weird way of saying it, not to sound cocky or conceited, but with a driven plan and the support that you guys put me, I feel like I can't lose. Like I just can't. But then what I'm saying is I go and I look at the Cardi B's of the world. Now, for those of you who don't know, she came to Houston, I think, last night. We talked about the picture at the end of the stream. And I know there's probably some Cardi B fans in here, and y'all going to be like, oh, fuck you, nigga. But I personally think Cardi B and everything that she's about is trash. I think everything that she's about and promotes is ratchet. I think it's trash. I think it's garbage. I think the whole person, I don't even think it's a persona. I think it is what she is. I think the whole everything around it is trash. I don't think she's a very bright individual. Not saying I'm the smartest, but I'm just the things that people try to put her up. Oh, she can do this. She can't. She's just marketable to do that, because I think people value this. I never knew that, And again, not knocking strippers. I've known some strippers who's actually gone on to have successful businesses, going to have 6, 7-figure businesses, legitimate, but having nothing to do with porn or nudity or anything. So I'm not knocking that. But I think she's a detriment to society and for women. But yet, she still continues to get pushed forward as this women's empowerment thing. And I think it's terrible. I think it really is terrible. But the fact that she at the rodeo, which, niggas don't fucking support, niggas don't really go to the rodeo. It's cool. And motherfuckers don't really know what they missing. Some of the best barbecue cook-off is great. The carnival is cool. The rodeo itself is dope. And niggas don't be fucking with the fucking rodeo. Like, bull riding is dope. That fucking horse wrangling, calf, all that shit is cool. Like, motherfuckers don't even really realize that shit. But talk about Garth Brooks. I know at one point, who was it? What was his name? Pitbull had set a record, and I think some other country singer came back the next day, like broke it. But Cardi B has a record for attendance. She doesn't sing fucking country music. Doesn't do any of that shit. And that just tells me the power that she has, the influence that she has, and it makes me sad. We saw that picture. Motherfuckers, that's not rodeo wear. That's terrible club wear. It's not even bad club wear. It just wasn't fit for their bodies. Everybody has, you gotta understand what you're working with, and you can't force yourself into shit and think you're really doing something. It is what it is. But the influence and power that she has, it makes me sad, because this is influencing generations of young girls to come forth, influencing young adult women now. This is the way you can make it. You do this and you do that. You strip and act a fucking fool and be ratchet and don't know shit. Fuck school, because she's not bright. Like, you see her oftentimes, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? She's not funny. She's not really entertaining. Somebody's writing her lyrics. Like, it's okay to be a puppet, essentially. You know what I mean? And it makes me sad. It makes me really sad, and I just question it. It makes me just question the ways of the world. And I guess, looking at that, I get sad, but looking at this and what we got here makes me happy, because I guess, like I say, I can't worry about those outside influences. But the fact that she broke a record in Houston, look, them white folks gonna come out for them country singers, goddammit. The Mexicans gonna come out for the Tejano singers, goddammit. But motherfuckers came the fuck out. Niggas came the fuck out for some goddamn Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? And so it was, you said you saw old high school friend post some videos and beers. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. The thing that kills me too is just niggas like, they swear up and down they love Cardi, but she don't claim no black motherfucker. She ain't fucking with y'all. But niggas just act like, oh yeah, Cardi this, that, but yeah, she not fucking with you. Cardiovascular ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all think she is. She might be fucking with the Migo. Because she thought he was Mexican. His name was Migo. Goddamn. But on some real shit, man. Let's open up the Denline. I want to know how y'all feel. We can talk mental toughness. We can talk, we just shoot the shit on a Saturday. Whatever's on your mind. You want to talk about the Cardi B situation. You want to talk about whatever you feel. Let's talk about it. And we will talk about Forrest Gump. Yeah, Offset, but that's what I'm saying. He amigo. She don't know no difference. She thought he was what's the dark niggas? This was some dark Puerto Ricans out there too. Goddamn. I thought he was Dominican or some shit. I don't fucking know. But yeah, and again, it's that idea of this women's sexual liberation. I'm not saying if you want to fuck around, fuck around. I told y'all, I love ladies. I like hoes. I hate bitches. But my thing is, if you want to fuck around, like fuck around. But don't make that your premise of existence. I'm a whore, love me because I'm a whore. Like, do this, it's sad how society has gone. If you're going to do what you do, but have other talents, have other abilities, have other qualities. Like, your main quality can't be, I fuck a lot. That's kind of weak to me. I mean, that's not kind of weak. It is weak. But it is what it is. Alabama, Alabazim. So give me a second. Let me boot up the line. Yeah, man, I've seen that the Boy Scouts are letting the girls join. They've actually changed their names from Boy Scouts to the BSA or something like that. But I think that's for not necessarily a money grab, but you know, they say if you're gonna be a hoe, be a well-rounded. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna fuck, if you're gonna be a hoe, you know, eventually you're gonna fuck around, catch a flat tire. What if your hoeing stop going? You know, you got to have some other skills to fall back on. You know what I mean? Don't just be a hoe, you know. Or if you're gonna be a hoe, don't just let that be the only thing people know. I mean, at least learn to read or some shit. You know. All right, my fault. Let me get everything tooted and booted, and let me get the Denline up here properly. So, again, you know, rail wind comes the hole. Ain't that a bitch? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Just Beyond the Funny Nigga.
Beyond the Funny Nigga. What's the motherfucking? I know you're a Cardi B fan. I ain't mean to hurt your feelings, but what you want to drop in the den tonight, man?
No. That's big. But no, I called in because I wanted to talk about Cardi. I already knew that she was going to bring some records as soon as I heard the news. They announced that her tickets had sold out real fast.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like the only reason she's on top right now is because she embodies everything that hoes want. Like, you remember you be in class and everything, you be talking about probably senior or whatever, and you be talking to a female and be like, hey, what you want to do with your life? And she'll tell you, then I'll be like, what's your backup plan? She'll be like, I want to be a stripper. And I feel like that's what all females want to be as their backup plan. So just to have somebody that they know that was a stripper and made it, that makes them feel like, oh, I could be a stripper and I can make it also. So I just feel like Cardi, I'm not gonna drop her game. Like, okay, you on top of the charts, whatever, do your thing, whatever. I still don't fuck with her, but it is what it is.
Okay. I don't know too many hoes who openly admitted to having stripping backup plans, but I know some of them who did go to that as a backup plan. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's that. I agree with you though. I do agree with you because it's like motherfuckers want to have their cake and eat it too. So I feel like, you know, I want to be able to do whatever in the world, you know, regardless of the social implications of it, and then still be able to make it out on top. You get to fuck with one of the hottest rappers in the game, and you selling out and doing all this other shit, and you still get to be trashy and ratchet and don't have to know shit. Ain't got to even read. So, I mean, it is what it is. I agree with you. I think that you're right, that she embodies everything that hoes really want, and they look at that as a way, like as an avenue to success.
I'm gonna ask you this one. All right, if you had to pick, who would you pick, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Celibacy. I can't stand either one of them motherfuckers. Nicki got the fucking plastic ass. Both of them got a bunch of plastic on them. But
yeah,
you know, my thing is, I've seen Nicki twerking. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I kind of wanted to gouge my eyes out with a spoon because it just looked dysfunctional. We were talking about asses yesterday, and somebody was talking about, I got the hard ass. Her ass looked hard. She was in the little video twerking in the pool. That shit wasn't even fucking moving. That shit was terrible. So it was just I definitely not with that. Fucking look at you, pop a tire or some shit, need some fix a flat. Cardi I'd hate to hear her talk. Her voice is just annoying to me. And just her.
Yeah, she just sounds like she just like illiterate.
Yeah, that shit is like I don't like goofiness, you know. I mean, it's like, not that I don't like goofiness. I like having fun and crazy. But she seems like she's not too bright. Like simple jokes would go over her head, so she don't seem like she'd be a very entertaining conversation. Or it just, like I say, she also I've seen them hard ass titties on Pornhub. So you know, I'm cool on that.
All right.
All right, that's a bet, y'all. I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right.
All right. So here's my thing, man, and I ain't gonna lie, both of them are really, because she got a little funny booty too, if I ain't mistaken. I'm trying to remember, because she was in there in a little strip club or whatever when she was working in the strip line. That's the thing, like, too, and it's just that fast track to a come up, like, and that's what it is. Like, motherfuckers want to be able to fuck around, do what they want to do, really not have to be responsible for their actions, and still find, you know, fame and success. And that's what a lot of these women embody and glorify, and I think it's fucked up. It's a lot of people coming to the the aid of what's the chick the fucking, I saw something so funny about that shit today. The fucking chick who fucked the Kardashian, Tristan Thompson dude, and motherfuckers was I don't know. I didn't watch the shit. I'm not going to watch the shit. So I guess that's what my opinion's on. So a lot of this shit gonna be piss poor because I don't be watching shit. You know what I'm saying? So even like the R. Kelly documentary, I ain't see that shit, but I just be talking shit about the motherfuckers on there. But apparently she did the Jada table shit. And Jada was like, yeah, you know, we always get a bad rap as black women for, you know, just being in Hollywood. But if you fucking with motherfuckers' boyfriends and shit, and you talk about you fuck with James Harden, and you talk about you fuck with this other basketball nigga, and it's supposed to be your motherfucking partner or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Like what the fuck is really going on, man? And yeah, I saw that, and they just like the memes or whatever was like, what do they say? Yeah, Tristan just trying to get free, or you know, nah, it's not your fault, it's her fault, and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a whole crazy shit. India Westbrook, nah, I don't know who that is. The picture from last night. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's their leader. Cardi B is the leader of those three chicks from last night. If Cardi B told them to do a drive-by, they beat the road on somebody, goddamn. So again, just a fucking terrible situation, man. A fucking terrible, terrible situation. So young my guys, okay, I don't even know, dog. That's a questionable situation, man. Questionable situation. But yeah, but somebody was like, what the fuck did they say? They was like, Jordan, it's okay because she 21, you know, young motherfuckers make dumb mistakes. And then the other one was like, you know, Tristan, he 20-something, you know, worth $80 million, you know, he gonna do what he do. And then they was like, fuck it. Chloe is 6 foot tall and 35 years old. Bitch, play some defense or something. But that shit was so fucking hilarious to me. I thought that shit was pretty fucking funny. But you say Beyonce the same way, absolutely no brains. I'm not a Beyonce fan either, but I give Beyonce an actual talent. She can sing. I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan. Singing is more of a talent than just rapping. I'm Cardi B and I do stuff on TV. Like, then you like the thing that made you famous was stealing some other nigga shit. Like, she stole Kodak whole little flow and became famous off that shit. Motherfuckers like, oh no, she ain't. Go listen to the fucking song. It's the same fucking shit. Like, come on, man. You know. But terrible stuff. All of their music is straight ass. Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad shit. It's very, very bad. So that shit was funny last night. They need more cardio, not Cardi B. That's hilarious. Man. Yeah, that's my thing. Is like it's craziness, man. So they fuck with Marilyn Monroe. What's the motherfucking deal? Man, let's talk about this though. Let's talk about Cardi B for a second and who she represents. Right? And this is why I say it's scary. Cardi B is the representative. We talking about mental toughness. We ain't even talking about no fucking mental toughness. Cardi B is the representative for ratchets, strippers, flamboyant gays, and flamboyant transgenders. What? Woodley lost? Stop. What? Terrible. But that's what I say. And that's the thing. And that's why they push her to the forefront, man. Because think about it. Oh, and the far left feminists. Because think about it. All the people that look like Cardi B dressed like that. Fucking with all the crazy colors, be looking dysfunctional, want to do whatever, be able to act however they want to without judgment. You know, and that's how they feel that they should do. And that's what she represents. Think about all the crazy far left feminists that you see. All the motherfuckers got some old weird colored hair, be looking lopsided and fucking talking shit and feel like they shouldn't have to be judged for anything that they do, right? That's kind of their premise. No judgments, no labels, no this, no that, no whatever. There's that. The really flamboyant gays feel like, hey, you know, we should be able to do whatever and act however, dress however, whatever. And you're entitled to that, right? But what do? Gender the flamboyant, they dress more like in the transgender category or whatever else it is, and they dress and act like women. I'm gonna take this call. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, what's the motherfucking deal, Honcho? This is Edwin Baptiste.
Edwin, what's the motherfucking deal, man? How you feeling this evening, Edwin?
Man, I'm cool, man. I'm at my job. We're closing right now. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. But I had to break away for a second. You know what I'm saying? To go ahead and interject. Okay. But since you're talking about Cardi B, I have a little 8-year-old daughter, and she is the fucking biggest Cardi B fan. Oh. And it bothers me in a way. It does, because I know what she represents. And as an 8-year-old girl, she don't even realize, who she following. She don't realize so she don't know shit. She don't know shit. She don't know that she don't know what Cardi B represents. You know what I mean? Yeah. She don't know that she's the queen of the thoughts, or the queen of the ratchets. Yeah. So she don't realize that. She just loves the music, and she think Cardi B is pretty, and so it bothers me a little bit. So when it comes down to Cardi B, I kind of have mixed feelings, mixed emotions. Because on one hand, like I said, I have a daughter, so I'm all for women empowerment and women pushing forward and doing great things. I'm all for that shit. But it's like, man, when my little girl is looking up to Cardi B, when that's her role model, it just makes me question. It makes me question: Am I doing something wrong here by not by not intervening? Because I let her, when it comes out to my daughter, and I didn't have a lot of liberty as a kid growing up. My dad was a pastor, so I didn't have no liberty, nigga. Every fun thing I ever did in my life, I had to sneak out to do it. So, so that was my life growing up, So me, I'm very liberal with my daughter. Like I don't be, I still supervise her like a parent should, but I'm liberal. I'm not liberal. Like a lot of the stuff I couldn't listen to, I let her listen to. Like I let her listen to hip hop, uncensored hip hop, uncensored. I let her. It's a lot of stuff I don't trip on. But I mean, of course, I do. There is a line, so I don't want the people out there in the den thinking like, damn, this nigga is just one of the parents. Don't give a fuck. Nah, there is a line. Trust me. There's a line, but I'm very liberal, so I let her do a lot. But all right, with Cardi B, I ain't gonna lie. I respect how she came up and how she did it, because a lot of women that's living their life and is doing what she's doing, they usually fall victims, and they fall victims to other shit. Like a lot of strippers I know are always in and out of jail. They got drug problems. Nothing. They never, a lot of them, they proclaim to be doing this to pay for their tuition, and a lot of them don't ever even finish college. And so it's just, the life of a stripper, bro, is not, it's not a good life. It looks glamorous and while it's happening, everything is cool, and it's a cool little lifestyle to be drinking and partying and whatnot. But I mean, when you're 30 and you pushing up on 30 and you 35 and you still stripping, like after a while, that shit is, it just looks bad, and I know some people like that. And so the fact that Cardi B turned a ugly, because stripping is an ugly situation, turn that into what she's become. That's pretty dope. You got to applaud the lady on that. She may have, I don't know if she sucked a couple dicks or along the way, but hey, hey, but look, man, hey, hey, but she got to her destination, so she made it, she made it to where she was trying to get to. So that's why I respect her. But on the flip side of things, the concern is when my daughter, like I said, is looking up to this king of the ratchets, as you would say, or queen of the ratchets, as you would say. So yeah, that's my only problem, man. I know what she represents, and I know a lot of the little young girls, they love them some Cardi B. So I mean, I don't mind it. Like And as far as her music, I don't like that shit. I don't like her music. I just respect what she's done. You know, I can give her that. You got to give credit where credit is due. But as far as music, it's not trash because I listen to it. I like the cadence of her rap, like her flow and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like her music, like the body of work, the music itself, I don't know. I can't vibe with it. It was one song on her album that I fuck with. And it was a song that she had with SZA on there. I can't remember the name of the song, but it was her and SZA. Yeah. SZA was on the hook. I don't know if y'all know who SZA is, an R&B singer.
Yeah, I love some SZA. Goddamn, I fuck with some SZA. Goddamn.
and see, that's why. Hey, look, you crazy. You know, it's funny. That's why I really, really like this song because SZA is on there. So I mean, I fuck with it. But yeah, I mean, shit. Ain't no secret that Cardi B, you know, broke some records and shit. I mean, it's hip hop. You know, hip hop is taking over. Country music needs to take a back seat. So, yeah, that's it, man. I just wanted to speak on the Cardi B shit. I won't go on for too long.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about the fact that the mayor gave her a day in Houston and she's not even from Houston?
Man, the mayor giving everybody a goddamn day, man.
I'm trying to get my day.
We're gonna look up, right? We're gonna look up how she gonna have a day. Shit. If anything, they need to stop giving all the days away. It won't be many days left for you. Nigga, they gonna give your ass. They're gonna hit you with Friday the 13th or something.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get some more whole shit. I gotta get on my grind though, cause yeah, man, if I don't hurry up, I ain't gonna be no days left. Like you said, I'm gonna have to share a day with somebody.
Bro.
Be like, nigga, okay, well before noon, that's your part of the day. Afternoon, you know, from 12 p.m. to midnight, that's my part of the day. You know what I'm saying? So
man, she gave Meek Mill got a day out here too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah, Meek Mill has his own day out here.
That's wild.
In Houston, and I'm thinking, I'm like, what the fuck has he ever done for Houston? Like,
been friends with James Harden. That's it. Yeah, he cool with James Harden, so he get a day.
Right? Damn.
That shit wild, man. But
it really is.
Okay. Well, that's a wrap, man. I appreciate the call there, Edwin, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Y'all take it easy. Shout out to all the denizens / degenerates.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my boy Honcho, steady holding it down, giving us good, you know what I'm saying, giving us the content. Yeah, but that's it, man. That's all. I'm done.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, Edwin.
All right, man.
Already.
Yeah.
Shout out to Edwin holding it down, man. Yeah, I ain't know Meek had a day. See, somebody said K Michelle. God damn, everybody got a day. What's the motherfucking dude who we got calling in to the den this evening?
Hey, it's your boy Josh again, man.
What's the motherfucking deal, Josh?
All right, man. But about this mind power topic, I feel like it's really just a mindset for you to be tougher than the other because I believe people do stuff when they want to. Like, I feel like if you want to go bad enough, then you'll, eventually achieve it. So it's all about will and desire as far as the topic. But I'm going to talk about 3 more things, but I'm going to make it brief. So after the college game day stuff, I was seeing you was on that Cardi B slander today. So what was the reason behind that? So did you wake up in the morning pissed or so what was that all about?
No, man, I just happened to see that picture and I just thought about it, this morning. Actually, I think I was at the Lil One's game and for some reason I just thought about that shit. We was talking about hot Doritos and shit. And so I tweeted that out because I thought it was humorous. Okay. And then somebody I think you tagged me with the shit that she got a day. And that shit went from me just having fun and it being funny to ruining my fucking day. Like that shit made me low-key depressed,
sorry, man. I was just like, because I seen it on my phone too. I was like, I wonder what Honcho did. And then even Week responded. I'm like, well, goddamn, I couldn't even respond because my day was crazy. But yeah, I couldn't even respond. So about this college game day shit, that shit was the most wild shit. When I tell you they had a camera every 5 feet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like, I never know how hard it is that they do before a show. So you know how people like yelling and screaming and stuff like that?
Yeah.
They made us rehearse that like 3 to 4 times. Like the show started at 10. We was in that hole at 8:30 rehearsing that shit.
Oh, damn.
Like that shit was all choreographed, bro.
Yeah, that's TV for
like
you,
the
man.
Camera angles and shit. What the people was gonna say live. Like even the people on ESPN, and this is why your comment was correct about Stephen A. Smith and stuff being scripted. It's 100% scripted.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know then you under a rock.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell y'all that shit is all fugazi. That shit is fake. These guys have researchers that basically get them all the info beforehand. They study a little paper or whatever. They make it look good, sound good, like it's a genuine opinion, and they go for it from there. And that's the thing about it. Like these guys, it's a job. Them motherfuckers hate talking about sports. I guarantee it. They hate it to the point, but they know that they're gonna make millions, or they're gonna continue to thrive off of whatever, it started off maybe when they were writers or whatever, they probably enjoyed, they still had a passion for it. But once you get into the big national media and complex, it's a different thing. It's not the same. And you know what I'm saying? You being force-fed opinions and all this shit, and you got to play this role and play that role, you lose the authenticity, and it just becomes bullshit. That's why they don't be caring about the hate, and they don't be caring about all that shit, because they don't really believe half the shit they say. I mean, that those ideas and the way they're supposed to think is basically put out there for them. So, it is what it is, though.
Yeah, but it's going on really, because I don't even think it's really live, because when I seen it, like, shout out to the crowd, like, so they wanted to run a set, right, to have their scripted stuff. Mm-hmm. It was so loud, they had to, like, the commentators were stuttering, and they had to redo the whole take all over again. Mm. That's how loud it was. And that was just 8:30 in the morning. So pretty much as the day went on, I had to leave because I had class later that day, something else. But one thing I noticed is, like, this is how you know they want to keep their 19,000. So the dude, and this is how you know people are trash. So they get practice shots, like during breaks. Yeah. Like even before like the 19 seconds even come, they get practice shots to even shoot the shots. Mm-hmm. And these boys, when I tell you they was missing bad, bro, like these boys was damn near hitting the camera, bro.
Yeah, so they definitely picked the right guys to shoot the shot if they wanted to keep their money. Man, why didn't you go Bogart, man? You should have went out there and boss hog, man. You should have went out there and boss hog.
Like he ain't go. This thing, I don't want to be no racing and shit. He picked, all white dudes, all, Indian dudes, some Mexican dudes, except black dudes. So, I mean, that should tell you what in itself. So, translation, they ain't going to pick nobody that look like they can actually play basketball in their bitch.
Man, ain't none of y'all niggas can hoop, man. They ain't look. Y'all ain't got no jumpers. Now, just look. I know some Indians that got the skills, man. They take that turban off, they gonna work you. They gonna snatch your ankles. Nah.
Nah, because I ain't gonna lie, like, you wouldn't be surprised if State Farm would be on some, hey, get someone who look like they don't play. Just so we wanted to give this money away.
Oh, it was State Farm's money? State Farm was the one giving it away?
Yeah.
Oh, man, come on. This is an insurance company, man. They do this kind of fucking analysis for a living. They going to fucking put all the odds together of who's most likely to do this. They have percentages and risk calculations for every motherfucking scenario in the world. They not finna risk their motherfucking money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So
yeah, because all people that made the shots are people from, like, Virginia. They said, like, they had the stat of Virginia, like, they won it every time. Only, like, Virginia and, like, some people at Duke. And that's only like 2 or 3 times out of the last couple of years.
Yeah,
so,
man, ain't nobody. State Farm ain't giving enough. State Farm, they ain't giving no money away. They got that whole thing planned out. But they knew motherfuckers was missing that shot before they ever even motherfucking came up with that shit. Oh yeah, we gonna go slide over here to U of H. Houston, with like second fattest city in the world. It's campus. These motherfuckers they commuters. They hardly even tell me they too busy to be practicing. And we got them. They gonna motherfucking get everything together. They gonna make sure they pick the right ones, and yeah, they already know. Cartier White, what's the motherfucking deal?
Yeah, but like, because like even like people before the game, bro. When I tell you there was this Mexican girl like right beside me, screaming the whole entire shit. I'm like, she was so excited to do a fake interview with ABC 13. Like, this shit was crazy. I'm like, bro, it's too early. Even her friends were telling me to chill. I'm like, bro, it's too early in the morning for this shit, bro.
Man, but did you get
like
the number?
8:27 motherfuckers running in the door and shit. Like, niggas was just, and that's not even the game. Then the game got started. Fucking niggas just started, like, and this is how you know it's intimidating, because like the student section is like right on top of the reporters and shit. So they had like 3 different security like firms, right? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even enough, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something though, Josh. I'm gonna tell you why I'm disappointed in you, man.
Why?
Man, you should have been out there. You should have been over there promoting South Sports. You should have been out there promoting the Den. Man, you should have been.
Bro,
you should have been. You should have been out there getting numbers. You should have been. You should have been like, yeah, I'm on the Ed Honcho Street team, man. I'm a part of this thing. You know what I'm saying? So y'all should come in. Make sure y'all tune in. Come through 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. And y'all out there getting drunk instead of being in class. Go ahead and come check this out and make sure you check out South Sports at 7. I'll be on there. Say check out for me. It's your boy Josh. You already know when I call in. I got the plug and all that. And you could have blew your name up. You know what I'm saying? You could have been. You could have name dropped, you know what I'm saying? I'd have looked out for you, so I'm gonna keep it play. I'm like a wingman, you know what I'm saying, from a distance out of it. But you could have threw all that sauce out there, man. We could have been winning, man.
All right, man. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I didn't do all that. And there's one thing where someone tried to do that, and the ESPN crew done got him up out of there because they had to do the trash can man. He tried to put his number out there.
Yeah.
And they quickly turned the camera. They quickly try to get that man up out of there.
Yeah.
They don't play that promotion shit at all.
Yeah.
They told us that from Jump Street.
Man, but I ain't talking about them and trying to promote it to the national. I mean, fuck all that. I'm talking about to the actual students that was actually all in one place trying to get their little whole ass shine on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you dip and dive and slide through there. You know what I'm talking about? And just say, hey, bam, bam, I got you.
Well, if that's the case, then there's one more game Thursday. Duke can always do that. It's not like the season over with. Yeah.
Man, I don't know, but I don't know if I can count on you, man. The biggest game of the year, we had all, when people was gonna show up and all that. I don't know, man. Man.
Yeah, people show up to Hakeem at every game. Okay, this game, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, Hakeem at every game, like Hakeem Warren Moon and shit. Mm-hmm. I even seen old buddy that do what's that shit called? He be on he was a UNT student. He's that dude. That last name Phillips dude, like that Supreme Dreams dude that be doing all them skits and shit. I don't know, he probably might be too young. I even seen him at the game and shit. So everybody, Case Keenum was there. Like everybody pretty much comes. Even the SMU game, everybody gonna show up to that game too because it's the last game of the year, and it's still on ESPN. So again, I'm
gonna send you some South Sports cards so you can promote. And then,
now, what really got me though, I'm not sure if you've seen. Yeah, because I know we talked about that Black Panther movie, but like you seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen Black Panther.
Yeah, you know that thing where he opened his lips and they had that them numbers on his lips and stuff.
Yeah.
Tell me why why this Mexican girl tatted Goku's in her shit, bro.
The motherfuckers are lame, dog. There's a lot of lame ass people out there. Hype is a motherfucker, man, and that's what you got to understand. Hype is it's just that's no different from. Remember the bitch? I don't know. You might be too young to remember this, but a while back, there was a bitch who tattooed Drake on her fucking forehead.
Oh man!
Like in big ass collegiate looking letters. I think she was going to a concert or some shit like that, trying to get his fucking attention. Like if that motherfucker did see you, do you realize how much of your attractiveness you just diminished by tattooing that bullshit on your forehead? And then 2, if that motherfucker didn't ever see you, you just did that shit for no reason. And now for the rest of your life, you walking around with Drake on your forehead. But I want to say that he paid to get it removed or some shit. I think he ended up seeing it. But no, I saw somebody ask about middle child, but I hadn't heard it. But yeah, that shit is why people do shit like Hype and that energy, man. I'm telling you, people do crazy shit when the energy is flowing. That's why motherfuckers in Philly eating dog shit or horse shit, whatever. Like when energy gets flowing, we talked about mob mentality. Once that type of shit starts happening, motherfuckers they lose their mind, and that's part of mind power. Like once they feel a part of that hype. I mean, some people, if you don't have a strong mind, you're gonna get swallowed by the energy of the mob, and you're gonna be doing off the wall shit that you're not thinking about. So that's
also and you brought up a good point because even UH, bro, tell me why this man painted himself in red, got a trash can, went to the baseline. Every time someone shoot a free throw, he jumps off the trash can like the Cookie Monster off Sesame Street. I'm not making this up. You can go look it up on Houston Chronicles.
Oh, that's gangster shit though. That's gangster. That's being committed right there. But I seen him around. That's like I think it's one thing when it's a thing. And that's not permanent, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like he is permanently painted red. That's just his game day ritual shit. If she went and tatted some shit, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say something. about this chick. I don't know her, never seen her, don't know what she looks like. But she is obviously getting ran through by any athlete at U of H. So she has to have some purpose to that go Cougs in her mouth. So they running up in her mouth. They doing something. Because there has to be a reason that this motherfucker is going to tattoo go Cougs in her mouth. You got any other place in the world that you could have done that? Like that's what she's showing off. She said, well, what that mouth do? And then she show him and say, go Cougs, bow. Now she bopping up on Cougar athletes. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. So that's all I got.
It's just like, and yeah, one more thing before I go, like, and this is how you know UH is crazy, bro. Like, every time, like, cause I know like one Cougar song that's like, it's kind of lit and everything, but I didn't know like they actually have a Cougar song with like a cuss word in it. Like, I never really noticed it. Until I heard it today, I was just like, wait, you got little kids singing this shit? Like, people don't care.
What the hell are you talking about?
Huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
No, because they got one, like, Cougar song when it's going, like, talking about, like, talking about the motherfucking Cougars. And, like, I heard it and I was singing it and I was just like, wait, it's actually a spirit song and I'm doing this shit all the time? Like, yeah. And I'm like, well, okay, I guess.
Nigga, out of third war, what you expect, man?
Like, that shit, well, I guess UTSA never did shit like that because it's like, okay, we're going to refrain from that because of kids and stuff like that. Because, you know, us and that student section, like, okay.
Yeah, no,
nah, because, like, over there, they go hard, man. Like, it's not good to curse people out because you got media, you got people that can hear you and shit. UH, they don't care. So, I mean, that was new to me. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, I mean, I don't know what to tell you on that, but you know, people gonna do what they gonna do. But it is what it is, man. And you know, like I say, out of all that, I'm still disappointed for not getting on the promo hustle, man. You know, you could have been deep. You could have been. You could have had all them Cougar chicks. You could have been hollering, man. Tune in, you know, night on the Den show. I'm gonna be calling in. You know, I call in every night. You know, make sure you know you check me out and you know let me know what you got to say. And I could have been like, shout out to my boy.
One game for 2 hours and we lost.
Man. Do you know what you can do in 2 hours? If you stick and move, you can be all over the place, man. You got man, look. I'm done with you, Josh. I don't know what to say, man. You ain't trying to get. Man, 2 hours is a long time, man. You was talking about you was up there at 8 o'clock in the morning and shit, man. What do you mean? What is you saying, man? So you was there for more than 2 hours, man. You was over there with the game day, with the tattoo chick, all that other good shit, man.
Actually, I was there for like 30 minutes. They had to leave because of class. Then the game was like at 3.
I don't know, Josh. I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the call, and I know you're a Cardi B fan, so I'm a tone down. I ain't gonna talk too much shit about it.
Where did that come from?
No, I thought that's what it was. I thought it was. Well, you was giving me some flack earlier about the Cardi B, so I thought you was a Cardi B fan.
Like,
you was telling me what it.
It's early in the morning. Like, how you come? Like, all of a sudden, I go on my Twitter. First thing I see is you talking about some Cardi B already. I'm like, well, damn, like, you been thinking about it all night or some shit?
Nah, man, I'm just saying, I saw the picture this morning when I slid through the Den Facebook group, and that was the thought that came through my mind. And then, you know, you sent me the video of her getting the award or getting the day. I thought you was mad. I was like, okay, well, let me not hate on Cardi B for Josh. You know, he tried to get me, man.
Only just had to troll you because you talked about it earlier. I ain't got not one Cardi B song on my Apple Music at all. You can go. Like,
so you
people
say.
can attest to that. Like,
so you say.
I play that shit like just to troll people. Like, I played at somebody's car and he didn't almost threw my phone out the car because he hate Cardi B. Like, bro.
So you say.
Yes, he asks anybody that know me. Like, I only play her just to troll people.
I couldn't even. You trolling yourself if you playing that shit. So I mean, that's bad business, man. Well, that's a bet, Josh. I'm gonna start giving you a hard time, man. I appreciate the call, man.
All right.
Really. I like giving Josh a hard time sometimes, man. Just to be fucking with Josh. That's my dude. That's my boy. Let's see. But yes, you said Webby's still the hardest nigga. Webby used to go hard though. Savage Life was that was the original Savage shit before niggas really, I don't know, we on some Savage shit. Like Savage Life, that shit was out 10 years before niggas ever talked about some of that Savage shit. 15 years damn near. Crunk music, yes. from Memphis until them niggas from Atlanta stole that shit. You know, I know, yeah, I'm talking about y'all. You know, them niggas in Memphis was getting that crunk shit going for a while. Then niggas, y'all Atlanta niggas say, I got to watch out for y'all down there in Atlanta, man. You know, they be talking about that's the Mecca, that's the hub. I feel y'all, but sometimes, you know, y'all be dillying and dallying and dipping and dabbing in other motherfuckers' music, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. Heidi's a hater. Heidi try to put the hating on the Honcho. Honcho don't hate. I just comment harshly, but I never hate. Heidi be throwing all the whole city under the bus. Yes, observe and report. The report of the week. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dress up like old buddy. I'm gonna get a little suit. And I'm gonna talk like this and drink a water, some Dasani, and eat the food. Now, and I'll be the black report of the week. The shoulder lean. Oh man, the shoulder lean. This used to be simple back in the day. Well, no, 2000s dances were relatively simple. Southern dances are relatively simple. When they start doing that chicken noodle soup, it's when them dances be coming from other places. They be doing too much. What's that shit? That shit in California, that crumping shit. Them motherfuckers be, they be doing too motherfucking much. Them motherfuckers dressing up like clowns and that's too much energy and shit. That's how niggas used to dance in the 90s. Them motherfuckers be going hard in the motherfucker back in the 90s. I was watching somebody post some shit. I was looking at old Soul Train line. Them motherfuckers was getting it in. It wasn't no just twerking. Motherfucker was actually dancing and doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. That's a very interesting song. So how do you have a song about doing the dance? But you got to learn it. So it's like it's a learner's course with the song. It's a very interesting situation. The Whoa, what is that? Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. The funniest shit was, I forgot where it was, but it was like at an all white school and they was doing the swag surf or whatever that shit is called. And that shit had multiple waves in it. That shit was going all kind of different ways. I was like, Y'all have one job. Line dances. We used to have a U of H line dance. That shit was dope. It was called the Cougar Shuffle. That shit was dope. Y'all don't know nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so Heidi says bandwagon is the way to go. The hookah. Yes, I did the hookah in Hawaii on live television. I took the hookah further than Kiati ever did. Oh, man. So there's that. Bankhead bounce. Terrible. Like a salsa dancer. Yeah, man, I'll be salsa and I'll be doing the cha-cha. That's what I do. Yeah, I fucking I can't get with too many of the fucking dance. There's just too much weird shit going on, you know, too much weird shit. But getting back to Cardi B, and there was a call earlier that Edwin had called in, and he was talking about, you know, not seeing the harm in it. And again, like I said, everybody's right to raise their kids how they see fit. I just feel like, and it depends on the longevity of the artist. I think that she is influential, especially these kids nowadays, because they have access to shit that we have no fucking idea. Like the little one, she on, unless she, you know, by the time with family, and they be just, because they don't fucking pay no attention. They let her watch whatever, so she be on YouTube watching some crazy shit. And that's how I knew about that fucking crazy YouTube scam. I seen that shit beforehand because remember watching that shit. She was watching some shit on fucking YouTube, and they was changing the baby diaper. Like one of the, not the baby diaper, but it's like what is a doll, and it's one of these little kids' YouTube channels are supposed to be. And they talking about the doll and shit on itself. They pour like some chocolate syrup or something. Just a bunch of weird shit going on. I'm just like, what the fuck are you watching? What is going on? And then, you know, they got the fucking cartoons on there, getting frisky with one another. Now, hey, if that's what you like, that's what you like. But, you know, doing this shit in kids' YouTube and all that other stuff, and if you don't realize, you think, okay, the kids just whatever. But it's a bunch of filth, a bunch of bullshit. That's when they was doing all that other shit. So I think it's the connection to the other shit, and it's a segue. And so I know that, you know, we ain't gonna be able to always watch her because she be talking about, you know, kids on the bus, they have phones and shit, and they be watching all kind of shit. And I know that motherfucker be meaning well, but you got to realize, especially at a young age, kids still, they may be more in tune these days than, you know, we were, or having access to shit. I remember we used to be at the lunch table. I remember being in second, third grade, talking about all kind of crazy shit. So I can only imagine now with the internet and the phone and all that, what's really going on. And so she was talking about that fake ass Momo challenge thing. And again, this is why I say mainstream, when you don't really know what's going on, you believe anything. That shit wasn't real. It's a fucking statue in Japan called, I'm going to say Mama Bird. And that shit was from years ago. I remember seeing that shit years ago. And then people start talking, yeah, it's the Momo challenge, and it's making kids do shit like, and people will believe it. Mainstream takes that shit and runs with it, and advertisers start fucking with YouTube and all that other bullshit. But, you know, my thing is, she was telling me the other day, and so we've gotten better about her, you know, communicating and seeing things and just saying, you know, because kids have an affinity to listen to other kids their age, and, you know, not their fucking guardians, parents, you know, adults, whatever. And so, but we've gotten better with her, you know, coming home and explaining things, you know, what you learned. And we always ask, you know, what you learned today and how was your day? You know, how did you interact with others and things like that. And so she came home the other day and she just kind of was outright with it. She started asking about this Momo thing. And I'm like, man, that's a bunch of bullshit. Because she was talking about the little girl on the bus saw it, and she was all scared, and now she don't want to watch TV and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, man, it's not real. I showed her what it was, and, you know, and just kind of talked to her about it and gave her some real understanding about that shit. So that shit is so super fake, man. Yeah. And so the mashed potato, look, I do the Batman. I'll be looking like Pulp Fiction when I be dancing. I said I'm old school. But she talking about, yeah, she don't want a phone no more, and she don't want to watch TV. Like, okay, well, you know, that's on y'all for not being on top of that and properly explaining. So now this kid is traumatized by some shit, and she don't really know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So again, yeah, I'm getting all kind of victories. Watch her get hit in the face with a soccer ball. Get your ass up. Ain't nothing wrong with your motherfucker. Get the fuck up right now. You fine. Bow. So she get up. No, I ain't do all that. I'm just fucking with y'all. The other parents would have us fit. That's why I couldn't coach that league, though. Like I said, even though it was just some more, it's not really nothing complicated. I'd have been all on the motherfucking, them kids would have been hating me. Like, man, look, all that hurt and shit, get your ass up. You ain't hurt. Hit in the face, you all right. Rub it off, you cool. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that dumb shit. But yeah, man, you know, like I said, a lot of it, let me do that before somebody call in and fuck me. I got great timing. I am the GOAT. I'm giving myself the GOAT award. I just saved y'all from a fucking loud ring. Like I cut that shit off. Perfect fucking timing. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's going on, Honcho? This is your boy, Man Up here.
Man Up, what's the motherfucking deal? How you doing this evening, Man Up? What would you like to drop in the den?
I can't complain. Thanks for asking, man. Hey, check this out, dude. This is why I say, man, I think you got a camera on me. Because I was just talking to my daughter about that Momo stuff earlier today. Just talking to her right in front of my wife. Because my wife had heard about it, but she didn't see the picture. And I showed my wife the picture. My wife was like, what the hell do they think that thing's going to do? Yeah. But I was telling my wife, I was like, you know, we're a little bit old school, you know what I'm saying? We didn't really take stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But kids these days, you know, they more sensitive and stuff like that. So I had to sit down with my daughter, and I was like, look, I know she like to watch some of her little funny YouTube videos and stuff, and I know she like looking at dogs and, sometimes some cats on YouTube and stuff, doing some little silly things. And I know sometimes people, will take that and flip it, messing with kids. So, for example, one day my daughter was on her tablet. She Googled funny dog pictures, right? And a picture of a dog came up, but the caption on there said, "What the fuck you looking at?" So I know my daughter didn't really actually do that. It was just that she didn't do it intentionally, I guess. It just came up when she said funny dog pictures, and that's what came up. Yeah. So I'm using an example of saying that I know one day she's gonna come around finding stuff that she ain't really meant to find. So I had to sit down with her earlier today, and I was like, look, if you come across something that you feel is not right in your soul, these are my exact words, and I know I had to kind of bag it up because I was like, in your soul. She's like, Daddy, what you mean? I said, if you find something that you feel ain't right, come talk to your mom and your dad about it. Do not be embarrassed. Do not be ashamed. Come talk to us. Things like that. And just like you were just saying before I call in, every day when I talk to my daughter, how's your day at school? What you do today? Sometimes she'll tell me something, sometimes she won't. But I still, but what's going on? What you do? What you learn? And then sometimes I'll be talking to her and, just hacking the food, and she'll start opening up, Daddy, we did this today, and that happened, and all that good stuff. So, so you do have to have that open communication with your kids, talk to them, you know what I'm saying? Because I know when I was a kid, my mom worked a lot to try to take care of the household. So I didn't get a whole lot of communication with her. So these days, I work a lot myself too, but I try my damnedest every day to try to say, hey, what did you do today? What's going on? Talk to Daddy. While she might be playing Minecraft or something, I come down and I just start doing some silly old school mashed potato dances, like you just said, the Batman and stuff like that, just to make her laugh, just to, get a little comfortable, just start talking to them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how kids are these days, they get to the age where they don't want to, hang around their parents and stuff like that. So because just think about when you was a kid, you got to a certain age, you want to chill with your friends and stuff. One time you want to be around your parents when they were getting you something to eat. Exactly. You know what I mean? So, that's exactly, and I know it's like that now. Ain't nothing changed. So, I still try to, talk to my daughter, try to educate on certain things. And I tell her all the time, because she's a big kid. She wants to walk home from school and stuff like that, walk to school. Like I said, she's in karate classes. I told her, I say, anybody messing with you, you knock their asses out, then come get your mommy and daddy, and we'll knock them out again. But it's just the point that you just have to have that open communication with your kids. Yeah. Let them know that door is always open. Let them know. And I told her today, I said, my exact words were her today. I said, is anybody messing with you at school? She said, no. I said, are you sure? She said, Daddy, I'm sure. I said, okay. If anybody messing with you, you let mommy and daddy know. I told her, I said, you are our baby, and our job is to protect our baby. You talk to us. And I told her, I said, my exact words was to her. I said, people will try to manipulate your mind. She said, Dad, what does manipulate mean? I said, people will try to make you think something that's not true. Mom and Dad will never be mad at you. You'll never be in trouble. You have to come tell us what's going on. And she said, okay, Daddy, I will. My bottom line is this here. No matter what's going on, what you're doing, what you think might happen, always keep that door open for communication. Because the child, because even adults, if we feel like that door is not open for communication, because I wanted to call in yesterday when you were talking about communication, why men and women can't communicate, but I didn't have enough time. So, but you got to have that open communication. So that kind of ties in what I want to talk about as well, too. Like yesterday when you said that when you had what your topic was why men and women can communicate. If you don't mind, I want to get on that a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I can't get to call in and talk about it.
yeah, I want to know what you think on
that.
All
right. But my thing is this here. This is my personal opinion. I think men and women are too headstrong. They feel, I ain't gonna lie, I know sometimes I am when I'm married. Sometimes I feel like, what I'm saying, I got this, I can do this, I got this, blah, blah, blah. things like that, and then you don't open up that line of communication. Then when it's time to open up the line of communication, then they can create some kind of turmoil. So if you keep the communication open from the very beginning, I admit sometimes I'm guilty of this myself. I'm human. I mess it up, but I know what I'm doing. And afterwards, I'm like, God damn, why did I do that? You gotta talk, no matter what. You gotta talk, and don't talk at the person. Talk with the person. And like I said, sometimes I do that myself, and I have to catch myself and stop. So, and I think that's the big reason for line of communication. Now, I can't speak for a woman, but I know as a man, we feel like, that we're the alpha male, we're gonna take care of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Your woman be like, what's going on? Everything okay? You be like, go sit down. I got this. I got this. No, I think we need to say, okay, babe, this is what's going on. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take care of it. At least, you keep another person in the loop. You know what I'm saying? I do think it's just an ego thing. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, excuse me, I think it's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying everybody has this issue or whatever. So let me get that straight out there, because I know people like to twist words sometimes. So let me get that straight. But I think it's an ego thing. And I think we as adults need to check that ego when you're with someone. Or it ain't got to be just a relationship with someone. It can be your boss at work. Because sometimes you got to check that ego. You be like, hey, this is whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So that's just my personal opinion. I think we need to check that. You know what I'm saying? And we have a better open communication, I think, as well, too. Like, for example, I remember me and you was talking a while back, and we were saying how I want somebody to tell me that they're racist.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you tell me, then that way, okay, I know what's going on, and I won't bother you. You know what I'm saying? So don't hide it, and then behind my back, next thing you know, you got some goddamn pickup truck following me. You see what I'm saying? I know. You know what I'm saying? So at least I know. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I say keep that line of communication on. Hey, man, so check their ego. Say, hey, this is what is going on. This is what it is. So we all need to do it. Man, woman, adult, child, whatever, teenager, whatever. We all need to do it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's some things I'm working on myself now. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think that's what it is. It's just an ego, a headstrong thing that we need to check when you want to talk to people. See what I'm saying? Because my mom always told me this, and it's stuck, and it's a honest to God true thing. Nobody on this earth have to do anything for you. So keep the lines of communication open, and that way things will be a lot easier in your life, whether you're with someone or at the job or whatever situation may be. That's just my personal opinion.
I agree. And I think when like you say, when you keep that communication open, it creates understanding. And like you said, even with the racist thing, I prefer overt over covert. I'd rather you go ahead and be honest. We can handle the situation appropriately. You stay out of my lane, I stay out your lane, and we'll be all right. And if any other problems, I know what the foundation of your hating or whatever your situation is. So, like I said, I think it definitely works better for all parties involved if you are open. Again, it don't have to be always about positive speaking, but hey, understanding is what it's all about. You got to have understanding with the people that you're dealing with. And I think that would make the world flow a whole lot better if we had understanding instead of a lot of hating and blockage.
Yeah, like you just said, it ain't always gonna be a negative. It can be a middle ground. It can be positive. It can be anything. For example, it can be like if a man wants something from his wife, he wants her to cook him a good meal. She ain't gonna know unless you say something. Same thing for a woman. If you want him to rub your feet, whatever the case may be, he ain't gonna know unless you say something. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, because a lot of people sometimes think that, they should know what I want, or blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. No, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? We got to know what's going on. So, excuse me. And if you don't tell me, how am I going to know that you're hungry, you want me to go to McDonald's or whatever the case is, to go do something for you? You have to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, Cause I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I've been with my, like I said, I've been with my wife. Excuse me, 11 years now. And I'm gonna lie. Sometimes I get to the point to where we've been together so long. I'm thinking she knows what I want because we've been together so long. That's not true. No matter how long you've been with someone, you still have to tell them what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You still have to tell them how you feel. You still have to tell them what's on your mind. That's just how it goes. So what I'm saying, it's not going to always be easy, but that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, and that's a lot of things I'm working on myself too. So that's why I'm able to say these things, because I know I messed up. This is what I got to do to fix it. So what I'm saying. So that's just my thought on that. I ain't gonna ramble on too long, man, but I just wanted to call in and show you a little bit of love, man.
Already, man up. I appreciate it as always, and then like I say, as always, I tend to agree.
I appreciate that, man. I'll holler at you, man. I'm gonna watch a little bit more, then I'm going to sleep here, man. I gotta get up early in the morning.
Already, but I appreciate it.
All right, I'll let you, man.
All right, everyone. Shout out to Man Up. Some of y'all new folks ain't quite familiar with that. Like I say, when Man Up got some more time, we're gonna have to, get Man Up back in the mix. I know the OGs, there's plenty of the OGs know about Man Up. Some of the newer folks haven't been as familiar with Man Up, but definitely got to get Man Up in the mix, man. Man Up is a den regular. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
This is the conscience, J Dizzle.
What's the motherfucking deal, J Dizzle? What you want to drop in the den this evening, man?
Oh, I'm glad Man Up teed me up. Appreciate you, brother. Because I didn't get to call in last night. I fucking passed out right during the den. I don't even remember falling asleep. Yeah. Then I did text a certain person, and that motherfucker ain't hit me back or nothing. I texted nigga 3 different times on 2 different numbers, and nigga ain't fuck with me. But that's neither here or nor there.
I gotta check that out.
Some niggas just is what they is. But anyway, well, I wrote these notes down from yesterday.
Okay.
So, the female gender, brace yourself. It's just to get rough. First of all, I would like to salute to Miss Rashida from yesterday. I wrote that ahead over all this stuff. So I must have really agreed with what she was talking about yesterday. So shout out to her, because she actually gets the shit.
Yeah.
So let's start off with number 1. Happy wife, happy life. That's a bunch of bullshit. Because I can guarantee you this. When the wife is happy, more than likely the husband ain't really happy. He's just feigning happiness. The way it should be, if the husband is happy, the wife is happy, because a lot of times she get her vibe off of him. So if she having a fucked up day and he come in and he in a good mood, he could change her whole mood. But most of the time, if he having a fucked up day and she having a good day, she not really gonna change his mood too much. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because he knows that whatever it was he was dealing with, he got to go back out there and fuck with again. So he got to figure this shit out before he go head out for the next day. You know what I'm saying? So it's still on his mind. A woman, when she see he happy, now she puts all her shit aside. And now she got to figure out, well, what the fuck happened to him to make his day so great? Because they really in tune with emotional shit like that. And that's just what that is. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing or nothing. I'm just saying that that's what it is. Okay, so typically if the husband is happy, the wife is going to be happy because he's happy. And not the other way around. It don't typically work that way. There are outliers, yes, okay. It's not 100%. Nothing's 100%. But for the most part, that's the truth. You could agree or disagree. That's variable. The mind reading shit. This is the shit that pissed me the fuck off. How in the fuck am I supposed to know something if you don't say anything? that shit drives me crazy. And you keep asking because you know something wrong, and you keep asking them, and then they don't want to answer. But see, here's the deal. Men is different. Some men are more compassionate than others. Yeah. I'm compassionate up to a point. I'm going to give you one chance. And if you choose not to answer, then fuck you, fuck your problems, and fuck your feelings at that point. I tried to show concern because I was genuinely concerned. But if you don't want to share it with me, I'm not going to fight you over it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to fight you because of it either. I'm not supposed to do that. So either you go tell me or you ain't. And you can tell me whenever you want to. You can tell me later on. That's cool. Or you can say, I don't feel like talking about it right now. Okay, cool. I'll let you sit up there and reflect on it. But at the same time, I need you to afford me the same fucking courtesy. If you see I'm in a bad mood and I don't want to talk about what it is on my mind, don't sit up here and berate me because you need to know what it is because you just being nosy, bitch. Back the fuck up. Straight like that. Because look here, like I was saying a few seconds ago, I need to try to figure this out. And if it's something that I can't figure out on my own, then we can put our heads together, some shit like that. Or if it's some shit that's going to affect our future, some shit that does involve you, or if it really is some of your concern, then sure, I'll share it with you. But if it ain't none of your fucking business, mind your motherfucking business. I don't give a shit if you my wife, my sister, my mom. I don't give a shit. I got my own problem. You need to let me figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Let me do me. Give me some fucking space to do me. Just like you need space to do you, I'll give you your space. But if I see something wrong, I'm going to ask. If you don't tell me, I'm going to give you your space. Because I want you to do the same thing for me. So that's what that meant earlier. Because y'all can take offense to that shit all you want to. Number 2, this shit about men could be more emotional. Okay. And a lot of them have problems because me and my good friend, we got into a debate about it. It's not an argument. It was a debate. Because he said that he wasn't allowed to show his feelings growing up. His dad, whenever he would fall and shit, he was a kid, his dad would tell him, shut up, get up and stop crying because you were bored. You ain't no little girl, sit down and cry like that. And then he was like, yeah, but if I'm in physical pain, I don't see what's wrong with me showing my emotions and crying about it. I was a fucking kid, and I was like, this is the part that you're missing, bro. I say, when you grow up to be a man, more than likely you're going to want to have a family. Okay, now, in times of crisis, somebody has to be able to think during the crisis. You can't be emotional and think at the same time. It don't work. Somebody has to be the critical thinker. Somebody has to be the rock. Somebody has to know what action to take immediately. Okay, so if something was threatening the family, I'll tell my wife, you get the kids and you get out of there. I'm going to go handle this shit. I don't have time to sit up here and be scared. Okay? Somebody's got to take the lead and somebody's got to take the reins and the responsibility of this shit. That's why you teach your sons, don't be emotional first. Use your brain first. Do some critical thinking first. That's not just because you're trying to tell them not to be a girl or not to be a pussy. That's a role that somebody has to. You have to be the protector of the family. You can't sit up here and be huddling up with your wife and kids scared in the corner. That's not going to work, bro. That's going to get all you motherfuckers killed. Okay, so that's teaching them at an early age. If it's not something that's really bothering you, like you did with the little one earlier, like you was talking about, you told her, you not hurt, get up. Don't let your emotions get the most of you right there in that moment. Have a cool head, be level-headed, and take quick, swift, and decisive action. That's a very good quality for somebody to develop. Now, I understand that not all men are going to have that quality. I get that, but you should at least try to see if they that type of person. And it ain't just men that could be that. Women could be the same way. But women don't tend to be the same way because they're more emotional than men. So you just playing the law of probability here, people. Okay? So just understand that. I don't want to hear about this equality shit. That's just what the fuck it is. And this one here, and I know every dude out there gonna know this one. The constant contact, texting and liking posts. Lord have mercy. Okay, I'm finna talk about it. You bitches that lost y'all goddamn mind. First of fucking all, you don't need to be talking to me all day fucking long. And then when I get home, I got to talk to your ass some more. If I'm at work and I'm busy, let me do my job. I'll holler at you when I get to the crib. if it's not an emergency or some kind of decision that needs to be made right now, it's not that fucking important. Let me get these white folks out the way, and then I can come home and we can do our nigga shit. You know what I'm talking about? and here's the thing. That's why we're having more problems in relationships now, because the more you talk, it gives more shit that you can argue about. If you can't make no decisions at home by yourself, then what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? You got to be able to make some decisions for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, a woman couldn't call a man while he was at work. He did his job, and then he went home, and he was more than happy to talk to his wife. And she had all this shit that she could talk to him about throughout the whole day. So she could unload on him all at once when he get home. And he'd be mentally prepared for that. He's not on the job, risking his life, depending on what he's doing, risking his life, and now she's telling him, oh, this is happening, and that's some shit that don't even matter, that he don't need to know about. You texting him pictures of this and texting him pictures of that, or then you go texting this shit, well, why you like this bitch picture? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I like the fucking picture. That's why I pressed the like button. I'm not saying, bitch, I want to fuck you or I want to marry you. I just like what I saw. I don't understand what's so fucking wrong with that. If I can like the picture of a car, what's wrong with me liking the picture of a woman? Because a lot of you women know, especially you married women, men tend to love their cars more than they love other people. And that's a fucking fact. That is some serious shit. So you should be more concerned about him liking the picture of a car than another bitch. Okay? Now I know that's a little far-fetched, but it's factual in a sense, okay?
Yeah,
so just let me make it with that one, goddamn.
There's some foundation to it.
Yeah, just let me make it with that. Okay. Number 4, relationship roles and people overreaching past your role. Oh, this is a big one. Okay. This is where the equality shit comes in, and a woman can do everything a man can do. For the most part, yes. Absolutely. There's no responsibility that neither side of the sexes that can do. Okay? I'll give you that. But in a relationship, everybody has to have a role. One person can't do everything because it don't work. It will not work that way because they're going to feel underappreciated at some point, and the other person is going to be like, well, I ain't got shit to do, so then they just not going to do nothing. They're going to stop putting in effort. That's going to cause conflict, especially in the long run. So if I got a role that I do it, like say, for instance, you know what I'm saying, I pay the bills. All right? Now, I come home, and I'm like, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? I sent the money, and why is the account so low? Oh, well, I paid that bill already. Why in the fuck did you do that? I'm doing that. Why is you overreaching into my realm? You know, this is the way it's been working. Why all of a sudden you want to change it now? Well, because you didn't pay it fast enough. I felt like it. Look, that right there causes conflict. If you just stay in your lane and I stay in my lane, everything will be good. Now I understand if something happened and one person not available and he's like, hey, look, babe, I forgot to send this check off. Can you go ahead and handle this for me? And she'd be like, okay, she needs to be capable of doing the shit. You know, you need to be capable of fulfilling the other person's role, but don't overstep, especially when they're more than capable of doing it, unless they're just not doing their job. And if they're not doing their shit, I can see where that's going to cause a problem too, because everybody has to have a role or a job, and you need to be able to do that and fulfill that shit for everything to work. It's like a well-oiled machine. It's all about balance. So don't try to overreach and don't try to skip out of doing your shit. That goes for women and men. Okay. This is a huge one too. Accepting responsibility. Now, when they hear that word, the women automatically go to the men, and a lot of men go to the men too. Because, guys, we got a problem with commitment. We do. It's a huge fucking problem. Motherfuckers don't want to get married. Motherfuckers don't want to just, you know what I'm saying, ain't satisfied enough with just one woman. You know what I'm saying? They got to have all these side bitches and want to have illegitimate children that they don't want to take care of and all kind of shit like that. I ain't got no excuse for none of them niggas. I ain't even trying to defend them niggas. Fuck them niggas as far as I'm concerned. But I want to talk about the woman side, the side that hardly ever gets discussed. Women don't take responsibility for shit. They don't. Because, and my brother brought this to my attention. He was like, I never met a woman who said that she fucked up and ruined the relationship. And I sat up here and thought about it. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Because they always say, well, he didn't pay me enough attention, so I went out and fucked his brother. Or he was at work all the time, so I went out and fucked the neighbor. No. When the two don't really add up to the same amount of shit. And not only do she use that excuse, but her girlfriends and other women will defend her. Well, yeah, you know, you got to spend time with your wife. You got to pay attention. Motherfucker, I'm at work paying this mortgage and these car notes and these insurance and these fucking kids' doctor bills and shit. And that gives her, because she didn't feel she didn't get enough attention, that she gets to go out and break the fucking marriage vows or whatever. And that's okay and cool with y'all. Nah, bullshit. That shit ain't cool. So women need to start holding other women accountable for their bullshit. You can't just let shit like that just fuck up your relationship. Was it really worth it because he didn't pay you enough attention? What if he was trying to set up something nice for you? He had a vacation planned and shit, but you did that shit prematurely before he got to it. Now, you done broke his motherfucking heart. But women don't think like that. They don't think like, well, damn, you broke that man's heart. They always think, he'll be all right, he'll do. He was probably looking at another bitch anyway. I bet you he was liking bitches' pictures on Instagram. That's how bitches think. Okay? Let me get off of that. Number 6, and I numbered these hoes. Outside interference.
Yeah.
And influence. Women and men, both of us. Y'all really need to be wary of who you let into your relationship. You also have to watch out for societal pressure, especially through social media. And you also have to worry about family pressure, which includes marriage and children. When y'all gonna get married, when y'all gonna have some kids, man, you can't let them motherfuckers put their fucking opinion into your relationship and let that shit bother you. You and your partner, whether it's same sex or opposite sex, however you want to do it, y'all need to discuss that. And don't let nobody else influence whatever it is y'all two come up with. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all at odds with what y'all want to do, then y'all have to work that out. Okay? Now, the social media pressure, these fucking relationship goal pictures and shit, that should be so goddamn trash. Like, so you look at a picture and you just make all of these assumptions that's going on with this picture, which we all do. I'll concede to that, because I'm sure somebody say that. Well, don't we do that with everything? Yeah. But, I mean, come on, sometimes they take that shit to the extreme. And it's not just that it's like one or two women. They'll make a whole fucking posting, 795 likes, 13,000 comments. Yeah, girl, look at this. Or, yeah, my man won't even get it. It's just, just get the fuck out of here with that shit. You have no idea what them two motherfuckers go through when they ain't taking that picture, or when the camera is off, or when she ain't got no makeup on and he walking around in his boxer shorts and his nuts all musty. You know what I'm saying? You have no idea what kind of conversations, arguments that these motherfuckers go through when it's behind closed doors. Y'all think shit is all gravy, and you know damn well deep down it's not like that. It's a fucking fantasy. It's a mirage. It's fake. It's more than likely not real. So people just learn to deal with the shit. And all of this shit stems from growing up around dysfunctional relationships, disgruntled single-parent households, and relationship where one of the perceived parents is perceived to be weak. And also these fucked up relationships that are portrayed through entertainment. Guys and girls, both are guilty. Guilty as hell. Niggas rap about fucking all these bitches, fucking my side chick, and this nigga married than a motherfucker. Like, really, nigga? You got hoes, but you got a whole wife at home. Well, that's just entertainment. It's a persona. Yeah, but I mean, come on, dog. You don't think that that's not at least a little bit disrespectful? Like, just a little bit disrespectful. Because I do. I feel that way. If I had a wife at home, I'm not going to rap about, I might still rap about hoes, but I'm not going to rap about me entertaining these hoes. Yeah. Hell no. It's like snitching on yourself. That's stupid.
Straight up. Yeah, I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying? And then the single parent shit. You know, it could be a woman that was scorned by a no good ass nigga that she was fucking with. He left her high and dry and had to raise you. And the whole time she raising you, she's struggling by herself, and you seeing her struggle, and you seeing that she can't find a good man, and so y'all both come up to the conclusion together. Niggas ain't shit. And that's really not the case. No, it's the niggas that you choose turn out to not be shit. Okay? You entertain this nigga. You didn't do enough due diligence before you let him shoot your fucking club up. You know what I'm talking about? So you need to do more research. You know what I'm saying? Make that nigga wait or whatever you have to do to make sure that this nigga is on the up and up. And most of the time when you make a nigga wait long enough, he gonna expose himself. You know what I'm saying? And why does this motherfucker keep scrolling up? Oh, and these entertainment relationships. I know y'all motherfuckers seen Scandal. That shit run me hot. Like, really, nigga, you the president and got a side bitch? I mean, your wife do look like a horse-faced motherfucker. I will give you that because that bitch wasn't cute at all. And I tell old girl up myself. I tell her motherfucking ass up again. But anyway, I can't blame them in real life, but seriously, come on, dude. All these relationships on TV be all fucked up, especially when it comes to us black folk. Yeah. It's like it's hard to have just a good, meaningful relationship. I think the last one we had was what? Uncle Phil and Aunt Vivian?
Yeah, and they switched up in the middle of the series. Shit. They changed up halfway through the show.
Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, he got him a whole nother bra. Like really? And they try to pass it out like it's the same bitch. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's just, man, it's just coming from all sides, bro. And we feeding into it instead of trying to come together to find common ground to get this shit back on track where it need to be. Men need to stop bullshitting, and if you want to lay up with these women, just get you a woman that you can lay up with and stay laid up with, bro. And all these women, stop doing all this extra bullshit to frustrate the hell out of men and make it hard for them to want to stay with your ass. You know what I'm saying? Chill the fuck out. Calm down and play your position. And that's not demeaning. It's not demeaning to play your position, bro. Yeah. It's not. Motherfuckers built fucking dynasties off of what? Doing your job. That's the Patriot way. Do your fucking job. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You part of a team. You're not a solo act. That's what a couple is a fucking team. So act like it. Play your position. Know your role. Do what you're supposed to do. Let me handle mine. If I fall short, you can help me, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you helping. If you fall short, I'll help you in the same way. Reciprocate. It's got to work. It's got to go around together like a well-oiled machine. Don't make shit difficult. And the guys, too. Handle your motherfucking business. Accept your responsibilities and actually fulfill your obligations. It's not that hard. I understand we all fall short sometimes and we go through shit sometimes. But there's certain shit you just got to hold your emotions down and handle your fucking business. Like Honcho said, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, a man, because I know my stepdad especially, we seen our fathers, if you was blessed enough to have your father in your life, because I wasn't, I ended up having a stepdad. But I know this motherfucker was sick as hell in the morning. He didn't feel like going to work, but he still got his ass up there and then went out in the fucking cold or heat or whatever, and he went out and handled the white folks and then came home and handled with the niggas. You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. He didn't have time to sit up here and be like, oh, my stomach hurt, you know, and go to, no, he couldn't do that. Because he knew that his family at home was dependent on him. You don't have time to be emotional. You ain't got time for that shit. You got to go handle your fucking business. So stop trying to turn women into men, and men stop turning yourself into women. Please stop. Please stop. And to be all out honest with you, if the men would handle their responsibilities, these women wouldn't need to be men-like or think like men or handle their responsibilities. They wouldn't have to do that. So I blame the men. After all this shit and bashing the women, I blame us. Because we wasn't handling our business, they had to start fulfilling these roles. And it should have never happened that way.
I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that, man. You made some very valid points. I think you covered a wide array of things, and then, I mean, when it all comes down to it, because it is a man's position to be the leader, to be the rock, to be the and so you have to do these things, and you know, there was a point where men, I won't say necessarily stopped, but they started encouraging other behaviors that didn't coincide with those roles, and then, you know, now you got shit spread out all over the place, and then, you know, you got these tensions, these issues, and I think there's a lot of things. I got one question for you though.
Okay.
So I don't know if you saw it, and somebody in the chat been asking. So how do you feel about Cardi B getting a day in Houston?
What the fuck for? Did she do something for the city?
Cause she sold or had the biggest attendance at the rodeo.
At the rodeo?
Yeah.
The fuck that bitch doing at the rodeo?
Did you see she performed at the rodeo last night? Oh, you must have dozed off. I showed a very interesting picture last night.
I was out of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the picture up in the chat again. I mean, on the screen again for those of you who didn't see last night. But yeah, she had the highest.
Wait,
she beat Garth
on.
Brooks. Huh?
Wait. They gave her a day. Did they give her like a key to the city too?
No. I saw Sylvester Turner hand her the little award. She looked like she couldn't read it, because, you know, when somebody kind of look at something and then they look at the person who giving it to them, they like, you know, they looking for that explanation. She looking like, and then looking at him. You know, like, bitch, you know, you can't read that shit, goddamn.
Yeah, like she didn't have her glasses on.
Yeah. But yeah, so they gave her a day, and I guess, you know, here's my thing. At first I thought it was cool when I think it was Slim Thug got his day first, and, you know, I think Trey had the Trey day, and then, you know, Kiki.
Yeah, but look what they do for the city.
Exactly, and that's my thing. But then I started looking, but then, like I say, once they start throwing them to like Travis Scott and everybody else, and I ain't knocking Scott, you know, he's a platinum artist and all that other stuff, but it's like these niggas put in work for a long, long time. They gave Houston a culture, like a persona as far as music and all that other stuff. And then now it's just like, hey, you came to Houston one time? Oh, well, you get a day. Somebody said Meek Mill got a day in Houston. I think somebody said K Michelle. Like, how the fuck these motherfuckers not from Houston, not even from Texas, getting fucking days? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't comprehend. I don't understand. That's why I say that nigga Sylvester Turner, he out there tripping, man. It's just free days for everybody, man. But yeah,
I have to agree with you, because if you're gonna give somebody a day or some shit like that, they should be like some sort of Houston ambassador, which means that everywhere they go, they representing themselves and the city where they come from. Because we all know Slim is a Houston nigga. Yeah. He even got it tatted on him. Yeah. Bun, Houston nigga. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce, Houston shit. Yeah. I get that. Drake, no. You know, exactly. He, you know, robbed the fucking culture, just to be honest with you. Yeah, straight up. But he not a Houston nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? It should only be for people who are representing us. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And I'm not a Houston nigga either. Yeah. But I rep the H. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? I ride with the H just like anybody else, because that's right up the road from me. Yeah. But if it come down between Houston and Port Arthur, come on, man. You already know what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, though.
But on the strength of Texas, I'm going to ride with a Houston nigga before I ride with a Dallas nigga. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll just keep it 1,000 on this bitch.
Yeah, straight up, man.
But because the Houston got love for PA and PA got love for the H, because you know what I'm saying, that's where we go to have a good time, because PA ain't got shit there. It's boring, and it ain't nothing there to get into but some trouble. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, I ride with the H too. You might see me throwing up the H every now and then, but most of the time, PA all the way. But nah, man, her having a fucking date because she's what the fuck does that got to do with anything? Like, what? That's not some kind of Houston accomplishment, because she sold out a show at a rodeo. Yeah. What the fuck does that do? Well, did that help generate money for the city?
I'm sure.
That's just a one-time show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure it generated a lot of income.
Been generating money for the city for decades. Mm-hmm. Scarface been generating money for the city for decades. Them niggas represent Houston. Yeah. So I understand them having a day, especially Trey. All the shit he done done. You can say J.J. Watt, too. I get that. But Cardi B? Meek Mill? I fuck with Meek, too, but no. Has that nigga ever even been to Houston? I don't even know.
I think he fuck with James Harden. I know he real cool with James Harden. That's the only thing I could even think of that he done. That's the only thing. James Harden ain't even really from Houston, goddamn. But that's the only thing that I've seen him do.
Exactly. He don't deserve no day neither. He ain't put in enough work. If you want to give Hakeem a day, absolutely. Vernon Maxwell, Absolutely. Andre Johnson? Absolutely.
Oh, shit.
Brock Osweiler. Giving Cardi B a day, you might as well give Brock Osweiler one.
Damn.
That's how I feel about it.
Damn. That's
really, though.
But shit,
he went to Mexico and represented for the H.
I'm trying to get my damn day on. You know what I'm saying? I got to get on my grind shit, you know.
I need to know what the requirement is. I need to go down to my motherfucking courthouse in PA to say, hey, what's up, my nigga?
Yeah.
Shit, my birthday November 29th. Let's let a nigga get something. You know what I'm talking about? H giving them out. I do small time. Yeah, shit, can a nigga just shoot you a hot 20 and get a day? Come on, man.
Oh, man. That's what I'm saying. That's wild, though. Yeah, but like I say, they just giving her a free day. They, you know, they. I don't know, man. Like I say, it is what it is. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. So I got to do some research. There has to be some kind of standard. And so I guess you reach this minimal standard, minimum requirements to get you a day.
My thing is, was it a standard all this time, or is it something that they lowered, or is it something that's like a trend that they starting to do to try to, I guess, generate more business within that genre of business or whatever? Like, are they trying to get, like, people like Cardi B to come to Houston more? Because, okay, we gave her a day. Maybe we can get Nicki to come more often or some shit. I don't know. Like, what's the end game?
I think Sylvester
what are you trying to accomplish?
Sylvester Turner low-key just trying to fill up his autograph book, say he took pictures with these people. You know, that's all it is. He like, fucking, I'm going to give him a day, give me an autograph, you know, give me some clout.
Yeah, but that don't help the city. That don't help the city none whatsoever. Not at all. And his whole job is to help the fucking city, not to help himself. But that's a whole nother thing when you get to these fucking politicians. Yeah. That's a whole nother conversation. We ain't got enough fucking lifespan for that bullshit.
I don't trust none of them.
No, not a now nothing. Like Mike kept saying, not a now nothing, man. Hell no. They all fucking money hungry and trying to get some shit. Thirsty for power.
Yeah, they all on some foul shit. But yeah, I'm going to post that picture up again. I know y'all want to see it. I got to find where I put it. I'm going to put that picture up again so y'all can see that shit, because that shit was terrible. They came to see their leader, Cardi B, and that shit was just, it was awful. And the shit that they, like I say, she inspires the hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hoes, flamboyant gays and trannies, and you know, super far left feminists. I think that's the people who primarily support Cardi B. You know what I mean? I don't think too many folks outside of that really are just Cardi B fans, but she bring those groups out, and that's really unfortunate.
And Honcho, I'd have to pick Nicki.
You'd have to pick.
I'd have to pick Nicki.
Why would you have to pick Nicki?
Is a hell no, man. I'll fuck the dog shit out of Nicki Minaj.
Man, have you ever seen Nicki Minaj try to twerk though?
I don't give a damn.
Man, look.
I don't give a damn, my nigga. Twerking ain't some kind of requirement I need.
But what I'm saying is, it's a symbol of the rollback, the smack in the cheeks, the rollback. I need to see some waves. I need to see some fluidity in the ass. I don't see that shit. Just look like it moves as one unit forward and backward. That shit.
Here, man. Look here, Honcho. How you tenderize meat, man?
You got to beat it. You know what I'm saying? You got to apply.
Exactly. You hit that motherfucker long enough, it's gonna soften up, motherfucker. That's precisely my point. I soften that ass up. Fuck what y'all talking about. I can't. Cardi's fucking voice, bro.
Yeah,
reminds me. She's like the Black Friends dresser, bro. I can't stand neither one of them bitches because I just can't stand the way they talk. What's the other bitch? The bitch that was real fine. What's that white bitch name? She played as the bride of Chucky. What's that bitch name? You know what I'm talking about.
I can't even think about it.
Fuck, I can't think of her name. Her voice, can't do it. I can't stand that bitch's voice. She sounds like a 6-year-old trapped in a 50-year-old bitch's body. Like, I can't do it. I can't get past the voice. And sometimes Nicki.
Jennifer Tilly?
Do it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, no, I can't stand that bitch voice. I would, if I could have cut her vocal cords, I would have fucked the shit out that bitch back in the gap. But, no. I couldn't do the voice because I could you just imagine what that shit sound like when you hitting it? Oh man, that's just stop. No, bitch, no, like no mock. No mock.
And here's my thing too. You know what else bothers me? Like, I can't trust a broad that can't keep her fucking tongue in her mouth. Every time you see this bitch, she's sticking her fucking tongue out. Like, it's something about, like, it's just like, here, look, I mean, you know, and it's not a sign of saying, oh, that's what, you know, what she do. There's been a bunch of bras that's been, you know, down for the get down. They ain't just out there putting it. But she just, to me, it just seemed like a symbolism of, or a sign of low IQ. Like, I don't know what else to do with myself. I'm going to stick my tongue out. Like, that shit just bothers me. Like I said, I don't like, you can't think of anything else, any other pose to do. Or even with, it don't matter what pose. She always sticking her fucking tongue out. Like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, just come on, man. Close your mouth, smile, do whatever, take a picture, whatever. Just keep your fucking tongue in your mouth. Every picture I've ever seen of her.
That's naturally instinctive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get your point on that. Yeah, that would kind of be, I guess, like a little peeve. But that's her. But at the same time, because when you said that, all I could think of was, shit, Michael Jordan always stuck his tongue out. Nobody ever gave a fuck about it.
Yeah, but you know he was on a mission. But you can find plenty of pics when Jordan was, you know, in a natural setting, when he wasn't in action. You know, he ain't just sticking his tongue out randomly. She on the carpet, on the album cover, or whatever she doing, just sticking her motherfucking tongue. Like, come on, man, you ain't got nothing else better to do with your face, you know? I mean, come on.
That is a weird peeve, Honcho. I think we need to be a little more introspective about that. You know what I'm saying? Do a little bit like, what is inside your psyche to where that literally bothers you? Like, it makes you feel some type of way on the inside.
I have no idea.
Is it the connotation that if she's always got her mouth open and her tongue out, that she do that, like,
yeah, I mean,
everybody, if she do it for everybody, it's not like a singular thing.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it just seems like that's just basic, like the extent of her skill set. You know, like, to me, I look at it like this. And again, you see motherfuckers do all kind of shit with picture posing. They copy whatever. Like, I still don't figure out how that fucking hand gets raised in the corner of every picture. Every woman ain't got nothing else to do with her face, but it's just like this little hand in the corner with the little weird fist that they make on them pictures. That shit killed me. But
or when they looking at nothing. Bitch, what is you looking at? Are they looking down? Like, what the fuck is you looking at? We know you're taking the picture, so why the fuck is you looking over there?
Yeah.
I got to get the lighting right. If you turn at this 45-degree angle and your left arm is 53.2 degrees obtuse of your right elbow, bitch, what the fuck? Just take the goddamn picture. Every angle that you move in this camera, bitch, all of that is you. What is you talking about? That's still you, bitch. I know it's still you.
Exactly.
What the fuck you mean? I'm not going to go there. That's why I'm not photogenic, because I don't understand that shit. I don't understand the need to take 1,000 pictures, 1,000 poses. All you need to see is my face and me. Take one picture. That is what it is. That's it. I don't give a shit if people like it or if they don't. Yeah. It's real and it's authentic. I ain't tripping. That's why I'm not a photographer. Yeah. But anyway, I'm sorry I cut you off, Honcho.
No, that's what I say. It's just like I say. It just really. It's just something about it. I may have to think more about that as to why that bothers me, though. I definitely do have to put some.
Yeah, or maybe it's just a little pet peeve you got, because we all got some silly ass pet peeves.
Yeah.
Some real silly pet peeves.
But yeah. That's about that.
I guess ain't nobody. Is anybody in the chat disagreeing with me? Anybody raising the ruckus yet? I know Heidi talking shit.
Yeah, you know,
always talking shit.
Heidi good for talking shit, but for the most part, I think you've got mostly agreements. I think some people talking about they was commenting on Jennifer Tilly. And then the comments about
that motherfucker was fine though, bro. Fuck what you talking about.
I got to recall. I'm gonna have to Google it because I just can't. I can't just really remember. Like I say, man, I'm bad with movies and celebrities and shit like that. So things like that. So again, I have to re-Google it. I have to Google it for the first time to recall. But I probably know it when I see the face. But putting names, but I'll be off.
Yeah, I do Nikki something bad, but the number one on my list is still Ashanti. She's been number one on my list for a long time. I fucking love Ashanti. I love the way she talked. I like, cause she played in, what was that? That wasn't Sunset Park. What's the name of that fucking movie she played in? Well, Rob Brown was one of the lead guys. I don't remember, but she got, like, when she get that attitude, bro, and she get that look up, man, that shit was sexy as fuck to me. I was like, I don't know what it is about this girl, but I fucks with her heavy. I really, really do.
Okay.
And I will be calling in tomorrow for another. Well, it's not really a confession. It's kind of a story, because somebody told a story about one of their incidents with the crush, and I got a story too. Man, kind of similar to his, but I'm gonna let that loose tomorrow.
Yeah, that's actually good, because I forgot I think everybody has had a similar situation to that, so that's definitely, I think that might be the trend for tomorrow, because I know I had one or two like that myself.
Yeah, mine also involved betrayal. So yeah, that's a little more intriguing. But anyway, when you doing the sauce? When are you gonna do the sauce again?
I'm back on sauce tomorrow. I just, like I say, today I just had to lay, was a little tired, and then spend a little time with the little one and everything, and so I just I didn't really get on it. But I'm gonna be compiling some information, and we're gonna be talking about some interesting things, looking at this combine, some of the numbers that got put up, and some shit like that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to eat some crow tomorrow, because I realized something today when I was driving. Because I made a declaration yesterday about I ain't never been wrong. I remember the one time I was actually wrong. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and eat my crow for that tomorrow. Okay. But other than that, motherfuckers, y'all still need to come challenge me. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here and let other people join the convo. I'll holler at you later, Honcho.
Right. That's bad. Appreciate the call, Jay Dizzle. Already.
All right, man.
All right. Y'all give me a hot second. I'm gonna take a quick break here. Okay, I ain't got to explain it. But then we'll get right back to it. So I'm gonna hit y'all with some of the music, and we'll be back in action short. I had to run out and came back without the hat and shit. Had to go put the mud on the strut. Damn, I gotta be taking the shit. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? They gotta be taking this shit. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's going on? It's your boy Man Up one more again.
Ready, Man Up. What you want to drop at the den tonight, man?
I was listening to Jay Dizzle. God damn it! I had to listen to him before I go lay my ass down. I had to listen to what he had to say. And God damn it, Jay Dizzle, I'm gonna tell you like you told me. Oh yes, and I'm still on this train. God damn it, motherfucker, you have evolved. And two, it's goddamn telling the truth. Nah, I'm just saying. I gotta fuck with him like he be fucking with me. Nah, but anyway, I kind of want to piggyback a little bit on what he said when he was talking about knowing your role in your place. Honcho, let me ask you a question, man.
All right.
Have you ever looked into the Girl Scouts lately? I know you say you got a little girl, with you right there. I know you say she's not biologically yours, but have you ever looked into Girl Scouts, her joining the Girl Scouts or anything?
Man, the Girl Scouts tried to sell me some motherfucking cookies yesterday. Because the little one wanted some Subway, so we took a little stroll. Subway ain't that far, so we just, took a little walk and talked and went to Subway. And I think she knew one of the little girls that was in Girl Scouts. She was all waving, talking about some, hey, you want to buy some cookies? Hell, nah, I don't want no motherfucking cookies. Nah, you got to put a down payment on some goddamn cookies. Nah, but I had never really thought about that. Not lately. Haven't really considered that.
God damn it, there goes Scotty.
Yeah,
but this is why I asked that question about. Now, I'm gonna tell you why I asked this question, but first let me say this here. I know exactly what Jay Dizzle was talking about knowing your role in a relationship. And you remember how we was talking first about that Gillette commercial, how they trying to change the role of a man and shit like that. Now, go look up the Girl Scouts these days. Look it up. It's no longer called Girl Scouts. It's called Scouts of BCS. Or something like that. I forget the order of the initials, but it's somewhere along those lines. Anyway, and I looked it up. The reason why I looked it up, because I was, talking with my little girl. And I asked her if she wanted to join the Girl Scouts. She said, I don't know. I said, okay, I'm going to look it up, because I was in the Boy Scouts when I was young. But, of course, I don't know what girls do, so in the Girl Scouts, I looked it up. And do you know now they combined the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts together?
Yeah, I heard they were trying to do some shit like that.
My point in saying all this is what Jay Dizzle was saying about knowing your role and stuff like that. They're basically now going to the kids to change that shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they're putting it in these kids' minds now that that now girls doing everything a guy can do. And like Jay Dizzle said, I agree. You should be able to strive to do whatever you want to do in life. But let's not be stupid with it. Come on now. There's a reason why you're a female, a reason why he's a male. Like we said before, there's a reason why when y'all get into a relationship, you're one powerful couple. And my point in saying all this here is kind of back up what Jay Dizzle was saying earlier, is that they're basically trying to change the roles, the reverse roles and all this stuff. They're basically trying to, just like Jada Pinkett once salute the man that wore a dress to the goddamn Oscars.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if he is gay. He's still a man. Ain't no fucking way in hell a man should be wearing a dress to no goddamn Oscars. Just like goddamn, what's that rapper name? He wore a dress outside. I forgot his damn name.
To the young thug.
Young Jock.
Young Jock was over there looking like somebody ain't he with that damn perm and shit.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They trying to change the role of a man. So that's the reason why a lot of these days now that women are stepping to roles, man's role, is my personal opinion, is because they're starting this shit off young. Saying it's okay for a man to wear makeup. It's okay for a man to wear a dress. It's okay for a woman to be out there doing everything that she wants her man to do. if you want your man, if you want to do everything your man should be doing, you shouldn't want no man. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why we are men and you're a woman. Now, like, I'm agree with Jay Dizzle again. This gonna hurt some women's feelings. I don't give a goddamn. I'm married. I have a daughter. I have sister. I have a mom. I have grandma. I have female aunties, cousins, whatever. I don't give a damn. I'm finna say exactly what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. Look, at the end of the day, guess what? I want a woman because she's a woman. If I want my woman to be doing shit that I'll be doing, I would have got with a man. And I'm pretty sure vice versa. She would have got with another woman. If she wanted me to be all feminine and shit like that, she would have got with a woman. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when I saw that shit with the Girl Scout shit, I was like, but then I wouldn't go check the boys. The boys are not joining up with the girls, so why are the girls joining up with the boys? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But and then the fucked up part about that is, guess what? The girls in the Girl Scouts, they still doing what the girls would normally do in Girl Scouts. Yeah. They're still teaching them basically how to be homemakers. They're still basically teaching them, you know what I'm saying? You know, things like that. And they are keeping the girls separated from the boys while they supposed to be joining up. That don't make no damn sense to me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm kind of piggybacking off what Jay Dizzle said about knowing your role. But this is one thing. They are brainwashing us. Well, not us, not me, because I'm older, so I know better. But I'm just saying, they brainwashing, you know, my daughter's generation, I should say, into doing guy shit when you're not physically able to do guy shit. It's just not in you. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's not in us to do things that women do. It sounds fucked up how I'm putting it, but it's honest to God truth. Guess what? If I want a goddamn woman, if I want my woman to sound like me with a bass voice, little muscle on, I don't want that shit. That shit ain't attractive to me. I don't want no woman looking like me, talking like me, sounding like me, dressing like me, acting like me, looking like me.
So I got a question for you. So if your old lady said she wanted to get into bodybuilding, you wouldn't support that?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that question. I was just going to get into that. Okay. Guess what? She can get into bodybuilding all she wants. Because guess what? My woman got some muscles on her now for being in the military. Yeah. See what I'm saying? There's a difference for her being the bodybuilding and looking like a man. Okay. See what I'm saying? There's a huge difference. Because I feel a lot of female bodybuilders, but they still got the feminine in them. You know what I'm saying? They're not acting like a man. There's a difference. So I was going to get into that a little bit, but you asked me that question first. But see, there's a difference. See, guess what? You want to be in the bodybuilding and you're a woman, that's fine. I'll support you. But then when you start to want to, you know what I'm saying, think you Arnold Schwarzenegger and motherfuckers, no, fuck that. No, that ain't what I want. See what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like me and you said plenty of times before, I wanted my woman because she's a woman. Yeah. I didn't want no man. See what I'm saying? So why in the hell are they now trying to change gender roles? But I don't see that. Just like I'm pretty sure I talked about this a long time ago before, how nowadays it's okay for a female reporter to go into a man's locker room, but a male reporter can't go into the female's locker room. You see what I'm saying? It's like they trying to say it's okay for a woman to do this, but it's the same exact thing. No, a man can't do it. So you're putting it into these kids' heads. So when they do get by our age, oh, it's okay that my woman doing, you know what I'm saying, doing a hard physical labor job. It's okay that my woman can do everything that I can do. I'm cool with that. No, fuck that. Hell no. See what I'm saying? I want everybody in the chat that watches this video, later on watch this video, whatever, go look that up. The girls are joining the Boy Scouts, but the boys can't join the Girl Scouts. But the fucked up part about it is the girls are still doing everything they was doing in the Girl Scouts. I looked that shit up and I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? That don't make no sense. That's now, they're also kind of pick. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's wild, huh? That's wild.
Okay. Now to also pick it back a little bit on what Jay Dizzle was saying about Cardi B, I just can't stand women like her. I agree with you, Honcho. She should not have won no Oscar. Because what they're saying right there is that, I mean, not Oscar, whatever award that was. I forget what it was. Anyway, because I'm not big on award shows. The last time I watched an award show, and I didn't watch the whole thing, I just watched Scarface get the I Am Hip Hop Award. And that was it. And that was a couple years ago. But other than that, I don't really watch award shows. But I know she had won some kind of award. And I said this here, and I agree with you 100%. There's no way in hell that twerking video should warn, I mean not twerking, a twerking album, I should say, should warn versus someone that's trying to say, okay, like J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar or whoever is trying to preach something positive. Like I love that song by Kendrick Lamar, Stay Humble, because he's trying to say, I don't want no woman with all that makeup. Here, show me some stretch marks. Yeah. And that's what I like. That's what I tell you all the time. If I could be natural, goddamn it, she can too. That's what I like. I like my woman to be. I don't give a fuck if you got scars on your face. So fucking what? Don't put no makeup on it. That's create your character. That's who you are. That means, goddamn it, you want the battle. You ain't afraid to go a battle again. You see what I'm saying? That's what I want. That's what I like. And that's what I saw in my woman. That's why I wanted her. Because I saw that shit. She gonna throw down if she have to. So I'm saying shit like that. That's what I like. But also at the end of the day, I'm sorry I'm getting a little loud. I don't want to wake my wife up because she sleep. But I'm sorry I'm just getting riled up. But I agree with y'all. I'm like, how in the fuck they Cardi B? I didn't even know this until you just watch you say it. I gotta go look that up myself. But how the fuck did Cardi B get a key to the city? That don't make no sense.
Right.
That don't make, and I agree with Jay Dizzle said. Goddamn, you got Scarface. You got Bun B. He's not from Houston, but at least he's from Texas at least. And he does rep Houston. He does. He mentioned Houston's a lot of his songs. Him and Pimp C did. You got, goddamn it, if you want to give to Mike Jones, I'll take Mike Jones over Cardi B.
Who?
And I can't stand Mike Jones, but goddamn, at least he's from Houston. Oh, like what the? And I'm seeing Cardi B on all these commercials and stuff. Ain't nothing wrong. Get your money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking her hustle. Yeah. I'm not at all. You know what I'm saying? But it's the way that you get your hustle. To me, sometimes that bothers me. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that thing with Black China. She used men to get to her, to where she's at right now. And that's the reason why I can't stand women like that. You know what I'm saying? Look what Black China did to Rob Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look what Kim Kardashian did to J. Ray. No, not J. Ray. I think his name is J. Ray.
Ray J. The sex
Ray
tape.
J. I said J. Ray. God damn it, Ray J.
Ray J slipping, man. It was his fault, man. He should have capitalized. He saw her coming up off that, man. He should have got on his game and capitalized. He could have blew up off that too, but instead, he should have been teaching courses on how to be able to get you a famous woman. So he should have did something. He could have sold something off there. If they was able to sell all that shit, look, he could have sold something, goddamn.
Well, see, my point in that is, though, this here. You ain't never heard of no damn Kim Kardashian until she got with Ray J.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I say I hate how women like to use men to get to what they want and then go and claim how independent they are. You see what I'm saying? I hate that. I hate that to the fullest. And another thing that Jay Dizzle said that I got to 100% agree with, a lot of people following these rappers talking about how, like Paul Wall did in a couple of his songs, and I was like, what the fuck is this? But his next album, he didn't say nothing about it, talking about how he fucking hoes and all this stuff like that, fucking 2 Puerto Rican bitches and shit like that in one of his songs. And I was like, what? This motherfucker married? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of, but if you look at it though, you know what I'm saying? I think that is fucked up. You don't sit there and do no shit like that. Yeah, it could be for the money, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't knock a person's hustle. Yeah. But like I said, it's the way you do your hustle that sometimes I have a problem with. It's the way. You see what I'm saying? Because guess what? Like he said, a lot of these motherfuckers, these men these days, is not doing what they're supposed to be doing at home. And like we were talking about before when I called in a couple days ago, when we were talking about these rappers' influence, and that's what I was trying to tell that dude that we were talking to about. I forgot his name, who it was that was in the chat talking. I want to say it was Roderick, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong about that one, my bad, but I think it was. But anyway, that's what we was talking about before, how these rappers are trying to influence people. And I say, look here, guess what? I listen to all this gangster rap music, and T.I. be fucking, he's known for having a side chick. Even though I think Tiny is one of the ugliest motherfucking women I ever seen in my goddamn life. But he married her, that's his woman. Yeah. So, but he's known for having a side chick. And I like some of his music. But guess what? I ain't cheating on my woman. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say motherfuckers want to sit here and have that dumb mindset. They want to follow these rappers and like for example, I ain't never seen so many men in skinny jeans until Lil Wayne started doing it.
Interesting.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
This is true. And niggas out there wearing leopard print, tiger print, skinny jean shits, and that's the culture.
Lil Wayne started doing
it. the culture.
Anybody in the chat, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. So, and I'll wait a few seconds for somebody's response. But anyway, excuse me. But anyway, oh, my bad, Bryce. I ain't trying to curse so much. But I got riled up listening to Jay Dilla. I got riled up. Oh, I'm sorry. And I got a little loud because I woke my wife up. She down and she up there fussing at me now, so I got to shut up. But anyway, y'all might hear her hollering at me a little bit later. I'm gonna give you push that. But anyway. But still, at the end of the day, this is what I was saying before. If you want to let these people influence you, that's your dumb ass. That's you being weak-minded. You see what I'm saying? And then, kind of going back to what I was saying about Jay Dilla, talking about these rappers and stuff. Excuse me, not these rappers. I'm sorry. About the roles of in your relationship. As a matter of fact, before my wife laid down with sleep, I was upstairs with her. We were watching Divorce Court. Right, not probably like an hour ago. This is what the woman said. She said she'll ask her man, do he want her to cook some breakfast? And he would say, yeah, fine, yeah. Then she would get mad. Now, ain't that cooking nothing to eat? First of all, why in the fuck would you ask? Yeah. Second of all, I hate to put it like this, but it's the truth. Women always cook their men's meal. You know what I'm saying? Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, I know that's going to rile some women up that I said that. I don't give a damn. But it's the truth. It's the truth. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tell me right now, how many you can't tell me right now that your woman don't be like, man, guess what? My woman, she cooks for me, she cleans, she does this, she does that. So I don't want to hear that bullshit about a man up in Texas and all that. Fuck that. I don't give a rat's ass what you think. I'm just speaking the damn truth. I'm just speaking the truth. Because another reason why I'm saying this is because I did a video. I don't know if you saw it on my other channel, my What It Do channel. Yeah. People was talking about I'm saying stuff and it's not true. I say, guess what? Everything I speak about, I speak through experience. If I say I saw it on TV or someone else said it, I will say that like I just said I saw a Divorce Court. But I always speak through experience. Everything that me and you have ever talked about on these shows, every time I come on the den with you or every time I called in, I always say I speak through experience. Everything. But anyway, I'm just saying, just check this out. At the end of the day, I think what Jay just was saying is right. But they are trying to change the gender role. They're trying to say, okay, it's okay for a man to have a pussy between his legs. It's okay for him to get fucked. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing the fucking, he's supposed to get fucked. That's not how it goes. You see what I'm saying? I'm being real with you. That's what they're saying. Go look at that damn Gillette commercial. Yeah. They don't want the boys to wrestling in the grass and stuff. What boy haven't done that these days?
Exactly.
What boy? I've done that. I still do that to this day. I still get out there and just be, but that's just being a damn man. Boy, growing into a man. That's just how it goes. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's fucked up. I really do. And then, like I said about the Girl Scout stuff, how the fuck is that going to sit there and talk about it's okay for the damn girls to act like a fucking boy? What the fuck is that shit?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
Yeah, it's almost like they're promoting one side while trying to demolish the other. In an attempt to call it equality, but that's not what it is.
Yeah, that's not equality. See, and that's another thing that I was telling my wife one day, and we got into I ain't gonna say an argument, but we got into a little discussion about it until she finally understood what I was trying to say. I'm saying, look, I'm all for women trying to do whatever in their life, like all these women say they want to join the NFL. I'm all for it, but let's just be real. You know, goddamn well you ain't gonna join no goddamn NFL. Look what happened to goddamn Alex Smith when he got hit by Clowney. Yeah. Now you tell me what woman's gonna be able to take that? Yeah. And men supposed to be more solid and more built and more strong than women. Now you tell me what woman's gonna take that? Yeah. Clowney come and hit your ass. What you think gonna do? Let's just be real. Let's just be real about it. Fuck the bullshit. Let's be real.
Yeah. I'm
all about being real.
I'm gonna be honest. Go ahead. First woman that if a woman ever does get into the NFL. The first woman that ever gets into the NFL will be a Samoan. I'm sticking by that because Samoans got some old big built broads, So I see the Samoan one pick a nigga up and handle him. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, it's all good hopes. It's all fucking, it's all good. But like you saying, no, yeah, man, it's not gonna happen because as soon as it does happen, like you say a Clowney or somebody of that nature come around the corner and just demolish her, say she's a receiver or she get leveled, or that first helmet to helmet, even if it's incidental contact or whatever it is, and you see a woman laying on the ground twitching or writhing in pain from a broken bone or a concussion or any of these things, and it was caused by a man, they're gonna want to cancel the whole game.
Hold up. Sorry to cut you off, but when you say he's twitching, what was that quarterback for the Texans that was twitching when he got hit a couple last season, 2 years ago, whatever?
Was that Savage that was twitching? Who was twitching?
Oh, I forgot his name.
I think was it Savage or was it Yates that kind of was in the end zone twitching real quick and then got back up? Okay, yeah, it was Savage. Okay,
I think it was Savage. Oh, okay, yeah, it was Savage. Yeah, so and he ain't really. I ain't gonna say he didn't get hit hard. Yeah, he got hit hard, but not so hard to be twitching like he was. I put it like that. That now what woman's gonna take that from a man? Take that kind of hit? Yeah. See what I'm saying? That's what let's just be real. Now I'm all for achieving your dreams. I'm all for dreaming big and trying to accomplish your goals and all that stuff. I'm all for it. Yeah. I'm not against it at all. Male or female, or young adult or whatever. I even say this about these goddamn 90-year-old women or men, whoever, 90-year-olds, I should put it like that. Goddamn, going to get a college degree. Come on now. Now, like I just said, I'm all for it, but let's just be real. Who in the hell gonna hire a 90-year-old woman that just got, or a man that just got the goddamn bachelor's degree in whatever? I don't know, whatever. Come on now, let's just be realistic. Now I know I'm getting off topic, but I'm just saying let's just be realistic. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, guess what? And that's just why I'm trying to say here. It's cool to achieve some goals. Don't get me wrong. We all have goals, and we all feel good when we achieve them because we worked our ass off. And now you understand how to work and how to, manage time and all that good stuff. Now let's just be realistic, and that's why I try to teach my daughter. I love the fact that you have goals and you want to achieve this and that and that, and I'm not going to stop you, but I am going to try to tell you what real life is about. I'm going to tell you that's my job as your parent, as your dad, to say, okay, cool, go achieve some goals. Go do what you got to do to make things happen in your life. But now, let's just be realistic. Let's be realistic. Are you really going to join the NFL? I'm using that just as an example. Are you really going to join the NFL? No, you're not. Want to know why? Because, like I just said, look what happened to Alex Smith. You saw when his foot was just a dangling like a damn broken toothpick.
Yeah, that shit was tough to watch, too.
Yeah, I was hurt looking at it. And then I didn't get touched. I was looking at that foot. It was just a dangling like a look. I don't know, but it was dangling. You know what I'm saying? I was hurt looking at his damn foot just a dangling like that. And that was even me. I was like, "Ooh, my foot hurt. Ooh, my ankle. Ooh, no, my leg." See what I'm saying? Now, what woman's going to take that? Let's just be realistic. Like I said, I'm not trying to stop nobody from doing anything. I'm not trying to knock your hustle or nothing. But let's just be real. Come on now. And when I saw that with the Girl Scouts trying to be boys and stuff, I'm like, man, I don't want to tell my daughter she can't do it. Don't get me wrong. But I'm close to saying, hell no. So, but that's another topic for another day. I'm not gonna get into that. But at the end of the day, I'm the parent. I'm supposed to be like, look, big girl. That's what I call it. That's my nickname for her. Y'all heard me call it that before. Yeah. Anyway, I said, big girl, what you want to do? She'll say, like, but before she used to always say she want to be a doggy doctor, which means, of course, we all know she wants to be a veterinarian. Yeah. And that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. You know, that's a good, achievable goal. If that's what you want to do. She still says she wants, be a doggy doctor. Well, she say veterinarian now, but she still says she wants to do that, but just not as much as she used to. Yeah. And that's a good, achievable goal. But when she wants to go to start talking about some crazy nonsense, I'm going to be like, look here, big girl, this is what it is. Depending on what she's saying, but this is what it is. And one more thing I want to talk about, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna get off the phone. I'm gonna really take my ass to sleep because I'm tired now. and my wife is up there fussing at me, telling me to sit the hell up. and I see somebody in the chat talking about R. Kelly. I'm gonna get my spill on this, and I know I'm finna get some backlash, and I understand why. But let me explain myself. Because me and my wife got in a real argument on this one, but let me explain myself. Now, I told y'all before, yeah, I'm somewhat of a Christian. I believe in God. Now, that lady that bailed him out, she was a Christian. Yeah. And we all know that, in the Bible it says, thou shalt not judge. And we like to always throw that saying out there when Tupac came out with, only God can judge me. Now, guess what? This woman did not judge him. She's out there as a real Christian. She did not judge him. She helped him out. What, I would have bailed him out? Hell, fuck no, I would not. Hell no. But she embodies what a real Christian does. Now, when she bailed him out and people was questioning her why and stuff like that, she made a point. I don't agree with her, but she made a good point. She said, y'all sitting there talking, I forget her exact words, but she said something along these lines. Y'all sitting there talking crap about me. Y'all support drug dealers and stuff. Mm-hmm. Don't they harm kids? I'm like, well, yeah, they do. Whether they selling drugs to kids or not, it still boils down to they hurting kids. Y'all support these men who beat on their women. Okay, that still boils down to them hurting their kids. Mm-hmm. And just like some of these guys that go and murder the mom and stuff like that, that hurts the kids. But you don't talk about them like you do pedophiles. She made a good point. Mm-hmm. Think about that. She made a good point. Now, like I said, would I go and bail him out? Fuck no, I wouldn't. I'll let his ass ride in jail. But what she said made a good point. Mm-hmm. I can't argue with that. She did. Yeah. Now, I wouldn't have bailed his ass out and took him no damn McDonald's to go eat. Mm-hmm. When I saw that video, I mean, God damn, R. Kelly look horrible. He looks horrible. So, hey, that's him. He got to deal with his consequences. Yeah. Even though he still might not going back to jail, so she basically kind of wasted her money.
Yeah, but so she had no connection with him. She just bailed him out, or did she knew him from before?
No, she didn't. She felt like she was doing a Christian thing by helping him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I said, that's a true Christian. You don't judge. You if it's in your heart, you go in. You help. Just like if you see a homeless guy on the side of the road, if it's in you at that moment, you might give him $1 or $2. I know that's completely two different things, but I'm just saying how it might be in your heart to help somebody. That's what I'm getting at with that. Now, like I'm gonna iterate this one more again because I know I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Would I have bailed him out? Fuck no. That motherfucker would have rotted in prison. I probably would have went to jail and murdered his ass.
Damn.
But like I just said, that woman made a good point. What she was saying. Think about it. Even though the drug dealer might not be selling drugs to the kids, they're selling drugs to the mom and to the dad. They have kids. That boils down to you hurting the kids in the long run.
Yeah.
Even though the man might not, or woman might not murder no kids, murdered mom and dad, guess what? That hurts them kids in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
So she made a good point in what she was saying. And I'm going to say this one more time. I know you're getting tired of me saying it, but I'm going to say it again. What I would have bailed him out? Fuck no, I would not. I would have let his ass ride in jail. I probably would have murdered his ass in jail. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't get it out of my head what she said. She had a good point.
Yeah.
She had a good point in what she was saying. Kind of like what we were saying with that Mayweather was saying about T.I.
Yeah.
Whether you agree or not, he had a good point. See what I'm saying? So all that, at the end of the day, all I'm saying is this here. I agree with you, Honcho, when you said you got to get off the R. Kelly bandwagon. And I said, you know what? Let me look it up a little bit. And I watched a little bit of that documentary, Surviving R. Kelly and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Oh my God! I think some of those women just did it just to be famous because they ain't nowhere in here. I'm talking about the grown women now. The kids, you can top them and then be like some 15, 16-year-old little kids, but I'm talking about the grown women. They just got into it just to get money. And I see Bridget say he disagreed with me. Don't tell me why you disagree with me. But anyway, I think them people did it for money. Yeah. But I agree with you what you were saying, though, when you said you're out there R. Kelly bandwagon. I was like, you know what? After watching some of that and reading up on everything that was going on, I got a 100% agree with you. I'm done with R. Kelly. I'm not listening to no more of his music at all. I never went to a concert of his. But like I said before, I don't know if you remember, I said the only two R&B singles I would listen to is Usher and R. Kelly. Now it's just Usher. I know Usher might be a sex addict or whatever, but at least he ain't harming kids. At least I ain't never heard nothing about him harming kids. So, but anyway, Brad, you say read up in the chat. I'm sorry, I'm not finna read. I'm finna go to bed. You disagree with me, that's fine. I'm not here to make friends. I'm just telling what it is that I'm thinking. So I gave a good explanation. If you don't agree, that's fine. But it is what it is. Anyway, I ain't finna run on too long, man. I appreciate you taking my call, Honcho, for taking my bed. My wife is still yelling at me.
It's all good, man. I appreciate the call, man.
All right, holler at you, man.
Already. Now, I got something to say about the R. Kelly thing, though. Okay. Here's my deal. I say I ain't fucking with R. Kelly no more, right? But if that nigga beat that case, I'm just saying, I'm back on the bandwagon. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Man, it's your boy Roman.
Roman, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop in the den tonight, man?
Man, first of all, I'm sorry, bro. I've been busy these last couple of days, man. So I know your boy been late into the sauce and the den, but I had to make my call in. So, all right, going off. I'm gonna bring in. You talk about mind power, right? Mm-hmm. Let me tell you what I'm about to talk about. This is what I know about mind power. Okay, Honcho, is pushing agendas and mind control in a way. Mm-hmm. The thing is, and I like when Man Up and J Dizzle both said, they're targeting the children. If you look at these new cartoons, if you look at the history of cartoons, man, cartoons have always had sexual innuendos, and they've always had sexual jokes, you know, from the Looney Tunes, from everything, but it was always mild. It was never just all the way out there. They had very feminist characters, but they weren't all right just gay, you know. But you always knew they were there. From the 90s, 80s cartoons, they've always been there, you know. But I feel like today they're grabbing the kids. I really feel like this with the gay agenda, especially how we have a lot of these new cartoons will have these openly gay characters, and just saying all this stuff just open up. Let's get the kids. They're not targeting adults when it comes to the gay agenda. They're targeting kids first, so these kids can grow up. Kind of like when Men Up said, it's okay to wear dresses. It's okay to do this. It's okay to do this. And I think that's fucking wrong, bro. Because I feel like that is a parent's job, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's the parent's job to tell them about gay, straight, this and that. And I know you have the argument, well, they don't have parents at home to tell them. Still, I feel like in a way, you're still pushing your agenda down the kids' throats without them understanding. Because when the kid's knowledge is not all the way there yet, they're a kid. They only think, son, they're so innocent to what anything they see, they believe. I have a nephew like that. He is 4, and he adores me to death, right, Honcho? I could tell him anything, and he'll believe it. Yeah. That's what cartoons do. Cartoons are beloved by kids, and everything a cartoon says, if they love that cartoon, they believe it. And that's how they grab kids' mind. I hate that, because don't push your agenda down somebody's throat, especially a child, And this is my second point. How they represent, I don't like how they represent our music, Honcho. And I'm talking about black people here, man. Okay. And with this what I mean. What I mean they represent our music, when you look at white people, when they think of rappers for us, they think of Travis Scott, they think of Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, they think of all those, they especially think of those three. They look at them as, that's hip-hop, that's rap. That's cool. That's trendy. That's bullshit. That's what it is. It's pushing shit. They give that to white people, and now Travis Scott is looked at as a rapper. He's looked at as a real rapper. They pushing niggas like Lil Uzi Vert and all them dudes as rappers, and that is rap. That is talent. 6ix9ine. Well, 6ix9ine in jail now, but still, Lil Pump. All that is looked at as rap. Where you have real talented people like the Kendricks, the J-Rock, the J. Coles, the Joey Badasses, all of them who is left on the back burner. It's sad because now when people look at our culture, they don't see that. When all them Asians and other cultures look at us, oh, that's what they listen to? That's why black people is trash. That's why we're stuck in that mist, in that bullshit, because that's what's representative. Do you know the rodeos around? So Cardi B performed at the rodeo, right? They said she just then broke every rodeo record for an artist. She broke Garth Brooks, and we know country niggas in Texas love Garth Brooks. Come on, cuz. How she break Garth Brooks? She broke Garth Brooks' record, man. And it's Cardi B. All she do is lick her tongue out and shake her ass, bro. I've hit about good 5 rappers and 4 people. Bruno Mars, Blueface, who else? Meek Mill, all of them say her pussy stank. Let's be honest with you, Honcho. She ain't nothing, bro. She a puppet for these white people, bro. But she's represented as black women. She gets a Grammy. They said, when I watched the Grammys, they said the last one black woman to win the Grammy for that was Lauryn Hill. Damn. Ain't that disrespectful? Damn. That shows you how our culture has went. We accept bullshit. I'm sorry for cursing, Honcho, but we accept trash like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B as our women. You get what I mean? I'm not saying you. I'm not saying all individual people do, but the margin of black people accept them. And it's crazy, man. And that's what I mean by mind control. That's what I mean by pushing agendas. That's what I mean by forcing stuff to make us look like that. Let me tell you something, Honcho. We, black people, have always created this country. We've always built this country to be the greatest it can be, but we've always been dubbed the wrong hand, the bad number, all that. And what I want black people to do, we need to wake up, bro. We need to stop listening to all these politicians and all that and thinking they're going to do something for us. When the fuck are we going to do something for ourselves? Because I've been thinking about this, and when are we? And when black people finally do something shit for ourselves, man, we can stop having people like Travis Scott all them represent us as black men, or Cardi B represent us for our black women, man. We got niggas like them wearing blonde hair in their hair, dresses, all that, man. Like they ain't pushing agendas, bro. Let's don't get twisted. How in the hell Travis Scott got the key to Mo City and not Zero? Ain't that disrespectful? Zero always been the Mo City Don, but they give it to Travis Scott. Man, get the fuck out of here. We don't even know if Travis Scott really from Houston, man. So, you know, I didn't mean to go into this whole rant, Honcho, but I had to get that off my mind, man.
Okay. I mean, hey, sometimes you gotta get it off your chest, man. You know, it is what it is, and I agree. You know,
because you know what, I think seeing that stuff with Cardi B just automatically pissed me off because I feel like really how she win a Grammy. Where it's all these good female rappers out here that work hard and don't get done for it. You know, it's one thing I feel like Lil' Kim started. Number one, she started the sex appeal. She started the sexual rapping, and in a way, she started something bad. But the only good thing about Lil' Kim could actually flow. She could actually rap. She's a legend. You know they did, Honcho. They took what she did, her shaking her ass and showing all her private parts and just being very out there, you know, sexual. They took that and used that as the key for what they are. But they can't rap. They don't have the talent Lil' Kim had. Same thing goes with Lil Wayne. We all know Lil Wayne back in the day was fire, and you know he's got better over time. I feel like after he got off the damn lean, but for a little while, Lil Wayne was just mumble rapping. He was but it jammed because it was Lil Wayne and everybody loved him, you know. But no, now rappers today take that mumble rap and use that as they forte, but they can't rap like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne can still go on the beat and rap. He don't write his rap. Lil Wayne can just really go on the beat and just rap. You know, they don't have that, man. And that's what I mean. It's just forcing down our throats, which just, yeah, man, that's just, it's irritating, man. So that's all I got, Honcho, man. I'm sorry for going 8 minutes, man, but I think I can go 8 minutes. Man up just went by good 12, so.
You all good, man. You all good.
I think I'm good.
You know we had to get a Roman rant in, man.
Oh, hell yeah. You know, a Roman Reigns haven't came in a little while, man. And one thing about Jay Dillon, when he was talking about Jennifer Tilly and women, look, what's her name? Jada Pinkett, she trash now, but let me tell you, Jada Pinkett and Poetic Justice, shit. Let me tell you, every time I watch Poetic Justice, I'm like, that's a black woman right there. She was fine in Poetic Justice. And she trash now, but hey, she in that shit, so I'll keep praying the moon gods and shit, you know, so. And look at they son wearing dresses and shit, promoting shit though. I'm done, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be a new topic. I'm glad you mentioned that. But I appreciate the call, Roman.
Anytime.
Already. Man. We gonna that might be a conversation we have to have. We had briefly talked about yesterday, I think, when Heidi was trolling about Magic Johnson's son and Magic Johnson being gay. Well, that might be a conversation we need to have and discuss. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hi, Honcho. This is T'Challa.
Hello, T'Challa.
And I just want to. I'm doing well. I just want to talk about that picture you got up there. And see, this is the thing. You know, I bet that most of the guys sitting up here talking shit about them women would fuck them. Because they out there, and I bet you they got fucked that night by niggas just like y'all down there in the chat talking that shit. And that's why they go out there like that, because they get the attention. And Jay Dizzle is abusing his chat, his little chat authority, trying to block my text in the room. That's some loser ass shit. But anyway, yeah, he abused his chat authority. I guess he has to exercise some kind of control somewhere, because obviously he has none anywhere else. But women like that get the attention. That's why they continue to dress that way. If nobody would pay them any mind, they would just go away or change themselves. The longer they continue getting fucked, as long as they continue getting the attention, they will continue to dress that way.
So why do you think that they continue to get attention for, when obviously they look a little dysfunctional, to be polite about it? Why do you think they continue to get attention?
Because that's what guys like. I mean, that's what they like. Guys will say stuff like, "Oh, that's trash," or "Oh, she fat," or "She ugly." I don't like this, I don't like that. They'll still turn around and fuck because they just thirsty for pussy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's a combination of just being thirsty for some pussy or some attention from a woman. Sort of like some of those, a couple of those situations that I hear, like on the when some of the males, especially some of the younger ones, call in. They really be fucked up about getting some ass. So a lot of times guys I believe will just kind of fuck women like that just out of lack of options, or what they perceive as lack of options or other opportunities to get the sex. So they would entertain that. And the outfits themselves are actually not bad. It's just the fact that how they look, their bodies are just bad, so it just makes it look bad. And I think the one in the middle don't have no panties on, so that's just
she ain't got no
that's
panties
just horrible.
on,
that's horrible because
floor.
She's like, ew. I know that ass was funky. You can't tell me that she was walking around baking bread like a motherfucker in between them legs. Lord have mercy, I know that shit was funky. Smelled like a straight fish fillet.
Terrible. This picture even
terrible.
I put the picture on the screen and started smelling in the den. Goddamn, I thought it was Scotty, but it's the picture.
And I know them weaves was funky too. That's I'm not even. I don't even get on that damn tangent about them damn weaves. That's just horrible. We leaving that shit in for like 6 and 7 months. Should be mildewing up under there. Anyway, all right. Well, that's all I want to comment on. Actually, no. I wanted to say something else.
Okay.
Aside from that, because what originally sparked my interest in calling in was to discuss about the cartoons having the sexual innuendos and promoting sexuality to young children. And Roman said something to the effect of, it's the parents' job to, teach the kids about sex, about homosexuality and things of that nature, which is true. But the thing is, a lot of parents don't want that responsibility. They don't want to do it. They think the school should do it. They think, everything else. I even had one person tell me that it was actually a group of women. We're talking about Big Mouth was supposed to teach their kids about sex. And have you ever watched that shit?
Oh, I love Big Mouth. That shit is great. It's not for kids, but that shit is great.
But it's not nothing that would teach your kids about sex. Why would somebody think that? Why would somebody think that a cartoon on Netflix is supposed to educate your child about sex? Yeah. I was having a conversation with a group of women at work, and they were like, "Oh," some of them have older children. Mine's a little younger, and it was like, "Oh, they don't teach the kids about finance and balance and checkbooks and stuff like that in school." Why the fuck should the school teach your child that? Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Just lay up and have them and then toss them out into the world for everyone else to actually instill some kind of morals and values and teach them how to be a functional adult in society? Like, is that not your job to guide that process? I mean, yeah, school is going to, provide some information, but ultimately it's up to you to supplement and then complain about what they're not learning in school. But what are you doing at home besides dumping your child in front of a bunch of electronics? Are you supplementing their education? You usually know. There's other things and resources out there, but you just have to take the time to do it. So I don't really think that even though the cartoons are things out there have those things in them, I don't think it would have such a large impact as it had if parents took more control over their children's lives and were more active in it.
Okay. And I agree, and I think because again, your parents are your first teachers, and you got to be you have to be on top of that shit, knowing that it was shit like that in the world when you know parents were young. So you know now with more mediums for them to get information from. God damn it, Scotty, quit moving the mic. To more mediums to get the information from that you got to be more on top of it. You know, it just is what it is.
Okay, now before I hang up, Honcho, if you unblock me in that chat and kick Jay Dizzle out of here, I'll donate $200 to your channel.
That's cold blooded.
But he have to kick his ass up out of here.
That's cold blooded. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that.
He's not worth. What? Jay Dizzle not worth $200?
Man, look, hey, okay, you know, hey, certain
hey man,
things.
I watched your video. I want to donate, but it comes with stipulations. You gotta get his ass out of here.
See, no, that's too many extra rules. Certain things, you know, money ain't always worth everything. Certain things, you know, hey, you gotta pass it up. You know what I'm saying? Man, Jay, this been fucking me for a long time, man. He been rocking with the sauce. He been rocking with the den, man. I can't do him like that. It just ain't gonna work. I appreciate the offer, but it just ain't gonna float.
Okay, I'm gonna get off here. I'm just fucking around. I really don't give a fuck about that shit. All right, good night.
All right, have a good night. Appreciate you calling in.
You're welcome.
Alrighty. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Try to buy Jay Dizzle out the motherfucking program. Let me see. What's the motherfucking deal? We got calling into the den this evening.
Hey, Honcho, this is Scott.
Scott, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What would you like to drop in the den tonight?
Hey, man, I don't call in a whole bunch, you know. I talk a bunch of shit in the chat, but I thought I'd get on a little bit tonight.
All right, what you got?
And I know I'm going to get torn up, too, but I got to go a little bit the other way from a bunch of stuff being said. Okay. I agree with everybody about negative role models and things. Cardi B ain't setting a good example. R. Kelly's fucked up. That ain't even a question, you know. But why in the world is everybody so hooked on a woman's role? It's women all over the world act several different ways. If you don't like the way that woman acts, she ain't for you. If she got a little bit more of a manly personality, she ain't for you. You ain't fucking with her. Don't worry about it. You find you a woman that fits what you do. And the same thing for the women. You find a man that fits what you do. Y'all team up. Y'all make a life out of that shit. If it's two men, whatever. Two women, come on. But I don't understand people are so worried about people falling into roles. I think it was Jay Dizzle said something about a woman's happiness depending on the happiness of her man. If I come home and my girl's got some tunes on and she's smoking one and she's dancing and she's jamming and I've had a fucked up day, she can get me right in a good mood. Okay. So I don't see all that the same way, I guess. Yeah. But why are you worried about who you ain't fucking with?
This is true. If it don't, what's the saying? If it don't apply, let it fly. So
that's really all I got, Honcho. It ain't too much, you know. I ain't gonna hang on too long, but.
All right, Scott. I got a question for you, though, Scott. So what is your preference? And I've been forgetting. I forgot to ask Jay Dizzle too. Yoga pants or scrubs?
Yoga pants or scrubs?
Yeah.
I tell you, and I tell you this on a real personal level. It hit me real recently on a personal level that you brought that up is real odd. My girl just got a new job. She went from being a dance teacher till she started working at this little clinic. And I got to tell you, I sure miss the yoga pants, man.
What?
Oh, yeah. Those scrubs that they're loose, and I already seen what she got going on under there, so you don't want to see it again. So I don't need all those scrubs hanging loose off of her. I want to see that figure, you know?
Okay. Well, that's what's up for firsthand experience and you know, having a subject.
That's the freshest firsthand experience.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I can't hate that. I can't fault that, man. I can definitely rock with that. That's what's happening. Hey, man. Well,
I just want to tell you before I bounce off too, Honcho, man. I know I don't call in too much. I'm sending some love your way. I hope you keep everything rolling. You speak the truth on both the damn channels. I love it. I caught up with you after the Texans got whopped by the Colts, and it was a sad couple of weeks, but you got some good shit going on. Keep it going on for Houston, man.
Alrighty, man. Scott, hey, I appreciate the support, man, and call in more often, man. That's what the line is for. I want to know what you think too.
I try to keep up with your shit. I work weird hours, so I catch a lot of them the next morning. But on Fridays and Saturdays, I try to get in a little bit live.
Okay. I'm gonna be expecting you on Fridays and Saturdays, and that's what I'm gonna be looking out for Scott, man.
Yes, sir. You see me.
All right, sounds good.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right.
All right, so shout out to Scott, man. He gave us some firsthand experience, live opinion, in-house opinion experience. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening? What's the motherfucking deal? Who got called into the den? Hello.
Hey.
Yes.
Hello.
Who we got calling in tonight?
My name is Megan.
Megan, how are you doing this evening, Megan? What would you like to drop in the den tonight?
I just want to ask you, what does yellow pants for scrubs mean?
Yoga pants and scrubs? Well, when the den first started, there was a little bit of a different theme to it. And so it used to be more marijuana based. So we'd smoke and we'd talk about different things. And so me and a good friend of mine got into a debate over what we thought women's asses looked better in, yoga pants or scrubs. And so it was brought back up last night. And so I've been asking people, even the ladies, I've been forgetting to ask tonight, for the people who I didn't ask yesterday, their opinion on yoga pants versus scrubs, which one looks better than them, and to women, which one do they prefer wearing, for themselves. So how about you, Megan? Yoga pants or scrubs?
Can I put in my vote?
Yeah, what you got?
Yoga pants.
Yoga pants. So why do you say yoga pants?
Oh man, they just fit the ass just right. They look good.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, that's what's up. So, Megan, if you don't mind me asking, this is, I believe, first time I've heard you call in. How did you come across the den?
Actually, my husband's been watching you.
Okay.
Patty Pat.
Okay.
Do you recognize his name?
What was it? Say the name again?
Oh, all right. Patty Pat.
Patty. Okay, yeah. I've seen Patty Pat here a few times.
Yeah, my husband's been watching you, so we were just sitting here drinking some wine and watching you. And
what's up, Honcho?
What's the motherfucking deal, Patty Pat, man?
What's the motherfucking deal, Honcho?
That's what's happening. See, that's what I'm talking about. A couple friends in the den. That's what's happening, man. So what kind of wine are y'all drinking?
What are we drinking right now?
Columbia Crest right now, I think, or something.
Yeah, we're having a Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Spokane, Washington.
Okay, well, hey, way out in Washington. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Look, hey, the den going nationwide. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, let me look up. I don't drink very often, but let me try to. You say Coleman. What was that?
What's that?
What was it called again?
Which one, man? The wine?
The wine, yes.
Columbia Crest, man. Right here in Columbia Valley, Washington State.
Okay.
Good.
Well,
good bang for your buck, man. It's kind of cheap wine, but it's good wine.
Man, shit, cheap wine be the best wine. That's the shit. That's the shit that gets you right.
It's a wine drinker's cheap wine.
Okay. Already.
Hey, man, we like what you talk about. We like your attitude about everything, and just that you love everyone and seem to be respectful of everybody's beliefs. So
yeah, we love it then, man.
Thank you for being that person.
I appreciate it. I try to be. Sometimes it ain't easy, but I definitely try to be, man. I appreciate y'all calling in, and that made my evening. That's good to see that couples sit together and watch the den. That's pretty cool. That's real cool, actually.
Heck yeah. We got a friend here, too, with us. So
okay.
A couple and a friend.
Oh, I ain't going to ask any more questions about that. I'm going to leave it at that. Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. But that's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all, sharing the den with friends.
All right, man.
Thank you. Good night.
All right, have a good night. That's what's up, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's, little shit. I don't want to say little shit because it's actually big shit. But, things like that, that's cool. And that's what I'm saying, man. That's the shit that I'm talking about. I've just been thinking about, and like saying people been reaching out, just showing them, man, Trust me. I be feeling some type of way. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening? I'm doing good. Rashida, what's the motherfucking deal? You look, Rashida, you done gained a new fan. You know that, huh? Jay Dizzle say he enjoyed your call last night. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. I forgot. Let me unmute it. I forgot I got this picture of these girls back up here too. But yeah, he was saying that he enjoyed your call last night and he agreed with everything you were saying.
Oh, thank you. I agree with a lot of what he says too. Yeah.
That's what's happening.
But yeah, it's time to take them hood reds down, put it down.
So you're not feeling the outfit.
I've been trying not to throw up on my computer, so that's just it.
So you're not feeling them outfits, not even the one in the middle. That shit don't look like
no.
They got like a Halloween Oreo look going on as a group. You know, you got the two little orange outside, got the cream filling in the middle. I mean, you ain't with it. You wouldn't rock none of them outfits. That ain't your style. Oh.
The one in the middle looked like that lady off the Little Women, Juicy, and then the other one looked. I mean, it just looked possessed and demonic, like.
All right, we go slide it down. I'm gonna take it out. I forgot it back up there for a second, but yeah, we'll take it down.
I mean, I don't know if her outfit got tore or did she come out the house like that.
Oh, she came out. She came out the house like that. Look at their faces. If she would have took the picture if it got torn and messed up, she deliberately came out that house with no drawers on, wearing a curtain, and thinking she was really finna set it off at the Cardi B concert.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Is that what Cardi B attract people like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm
her
saying.
Fans look like?
That's Cardi B fans right there. You know, she is what did they say? What somebody said earlier, the thought queen or something like that. But she brings out again, like I said, I think it's a certain caliber of people. And I'm not saying, look, okay, hey, if you like a song here, a song there, but I'm talking about like people who call themselves fans, people who are going out and really spending money on the tickets to listen to Cardi B and her singing or whatever. And I saw a little video of somebody put out of her before she went and performed, and she looked like a stripper. Like she had on like a little pink cowboy outfit. Looked like she had on some chaps, some shit that Prince might have wore back in the day, and then basically some drawers or whatever. She basically just doing some stripper moves, and that's what I mean. I hate to say that's what I think of. That's all I know of her, but that's what she wore out to I'm assuming that's what she wore out to perform, because supposedly it was like backstage or right before she went out. So yeah, she attracts a certain kind of crowd, man.
But did you know that some of her tickets to see her after the show cost $300 to $1,200?
No, that's hell no.
Now, how is she really trying to get in touch with her fans? Now, she know her real fans don't have that kind of money. She's not interested in it no more. She's interested in money, just making money. Money.
That's what it is. So my thing is,
why they running up behind her like she want to be their friend? She ain't trying to be your friend if you ain't got no money.
She don't give a shit about none of them folks.
She wants hoes with money. She don't want no broke hoes coming for her stuff, trying to kick it with her.
Yeah.
She's not on y'all level no more. I think she said her bills is $250,000 a month. She ain't trying to kick it with y'all.
$250,000. Good grief! What is man? I don't know. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I guess it has to be some powers that be that have gotten behind her and are pushing this because let's be realistic.
But I don't like the fact that they pushing her as an image for black women. We got enough issues. We don't need that. People thinking that's how we are. I don't like it.
But the thing about it, she don't even really claim, and that's what bothers me. Again, everybody's free to do what you want to do, and I'm not saying that she out there insulting them or whatever. I don't even know, somebody did say she said something call black women roaches or some shit, but I didn't. I hadn't heard it. And it could have been out of context. People take things out of context and run with it all the time. But I know that she doesn't claim that. But when I see, if I'm, trolling on Twitter or doing whatever, I see a lot. It's mainly black women that are kind of caping for and choosing, Cardi, this, and this over Nicki Minaj. And I don't like either one of them, so I don't have a dog in the fight. But it's like, why are you so, behind somebody who doesn't really fuck with you? You fuck with this idea of a person, but they don't fuck with you. And like I say, it kills me, but if that's what people want, I can't I can't tell nobody what to think. I can only express my opinion. But yeah, ain't no way I'm coming off no $300. Motherfuckers ain't paying their bills. There's somebody who ain't pay their rent to go watch some Cardi B because this shit was on the second. Somebody skipped it. I guarantee you, somebody skipped. That's probably what happened with them three. They probably skipped out on their rent. They like, fuck it. We gonna get some nigga to break some bread on us before the night over with. We just got to get to the concert. You know, we gonna go out looking fly as we think we are. You know, somebody gonna trick off somebody. It was an old man at that concert somewhere looking for some young action. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. They did broke him off. But that's the thing, and that killed me. That it ain't that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't listen to her music.
Like they had to make their outfits, but they didn't have no more money left. You right. Cause that one in the white look like some toilet tissue or something. I really can't see. I've been trying to look, but I don't want to be all up on the picture. But it just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, it's definitely some sketchy behavior going on, you know. But maybe I was laughing because like T'Challa called and said she ain't got no drawers on. She walking all through that place, knowing she went to the restroom and everything else. I'm trying to figure out what's really going on. And the thing is, I hope she ain't passed no gas. You would have known that thing would have probably been billowing in the breeze. And like, ain't no airflow in here. What's really going on?
But like the other lady said, a lot of people talking about it, but somebody he said last night. She didn't go home alone.
Oh yeah, I guarantee. I guarantee it. I know for a fact. And if they ain't all get into action together, then they all somebody took you from like. I'm gonna be real. I'm talking shit. But let's be honest. I mean, I'm talking about shit about them, but let's be honest, man, look, we low down. I got some shit on my resume. I'm sure that I'm like, damn, why'd I did that? What was I thinking when I did that? I know for a fact now. I don't know if it was bad as that trio, but it's just like, hey, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. Let's not think about that. So I know it's some motherfuckers out there who are in a way worse situation than me, or probably in a drought or whatever, and they like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. I don't even give a shit, So it is what it is. That's terrible.
Hey, it happens to everybody. Everybody go through their dry spell.
So okay, but I got a question. So does that happen to women? Do women make vice versa? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I done mess with some creepy crawlers. I mean, I'm not ashamed of it either.
That creepy crawler, that shit made me think of the fucking commercial. The motherfuckers used to be able to make the shit, put the little goop in the thing, and make the little bugs. The creepy crawlers had the little song and shit. God damn.
Hey, it was short notice. You have your needs. You do what you got to do, and you move on. Yeah. You block and delete. Block and delete.
That's terrible, man. That's messed up.
I mean, you wake up, you look over, you like, what the fuck did I just? Oh Lord! But you keep it, you play it cool, because you're gonna block and delete them. So you just let them go on about their business.
Damn, that's best. So what I'm wondering, because I know Miss Lady has called and said, women know within 5 seconds whether or not they're going to fuck with a dude. So, when you wake up in the morning, do you know within 5 seconds you're going to block and delete after it was over?
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's true. Okay, so you say it's true. So what is it? If you wouldn't mind, take us through the thought process in that 5 seconds that lets a woman know. We're going to school some of these youngsters. That lets a woman know whether or not she's gonna fuck with a dude within that first 5 seconds. What's the thought process like?
When you first meet him, that's what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you give him a quick look over. You look him over, head to toe. Well, I try to look lower, to see what.
You checking for the gray sweatpants. That's what you
use. Yeah. or the feet. Okay. You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Clean shoes. Look like he, well kept, don't stink.
Yeah.
Got all his teeth, things like that. And it's really about his approach too, how he approach it. Okay. Don't come at me talking about, hey, all this extra stuff. No, just, just a nice introduction. respectful.
Okay.
I hope I explained it.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm just curious, because sometimes ladies say certain things, and we know deep down, y'all just like us, but y'all just tend to be more refined or able to keep it within a little bit better than men are as a whole. Some women aren't, some women can, but most dudes.
But it's like a feeling you get. It's like a feeling you get. I really can't explain. It's like a vibe you get from them. It's like an energy.
Okay.
Like an attraction energy. Like, if you attracted to him just by that, like she said, that first 5 seconds. I always been like that. I always knew.
Okay.
It's a no, yes, no. So,
Okay. Okay, interesting. That's definitely.
So what do men do? How do men determine it?
Well, men, I think it's a little bit different. With men, it's like, does she have a pulse? Is she breathing? All right. Can she have all, the necessary features? Check. Okay, well, we good. That's pretty much it. Niggas don't give a shit. But in reality, it's you're gonna do a check. You're gonna look at the sexual attention zone. So you're gonna look at me first. I'm looking at ass first. Then you're looking at titty. I think it's I don't know. I would say it's probably body before face. And then, you're looking at, she have some ass, what her breasts look like. Then you're looking at the facial features, lips, eyes, things of that nature. I don't really even I don't have no foot fetish. So I don't think I'd be caring too much about the feet, but I guess, you want to check that just to make sure you don't get clawed up or something. They might hit you with them eagle talons and, rip your flesh up. But I think that's the basic checklist, but, I think men just.
But now the y'all got to add Adam's apple and look in the front too.
This is true. You gotta these days. You definitely have to look, and that's why I say, with me, and especially over the years, I've become less and less attracted to the women who put themselves out there with all the colors, with all the hair. Because that's the same thing that the transgenders do. That's the same thing, like we talk about flamboyant gays and weird people tend to really overemphasize on all this colored things that attract attention. And so kind of like Man Up had mentioned earlier when he called in, I like plain, basic, not a whole lot of makeup. I don't like all that extra shit. Be natural. Like natural is more appealing to me than anything else, because what it says to me is you're comfortable in your own skin. Everything else is what it is. But if you're comfortable in your own skin, to me, that's the most attractive thing that you can do. If you got to have all these other accessories and gadgets and features and things that are removable, attachable, all of this, man, I don't need all that, man. Look, just be natural, be comfortable who you are. A little bit of something makeup, if that's what you like, that's fine. I ain't gonna hate on it, but it's with this whole face paint. Motherfuckers come out looking like Krusty the Clown. Like ain't nobody got time for no shit like that. That shit is unnecessary. So. I'll say, especially the sketchier things get these days, the less and less I have appeal for all that shit. And so I try my best not to entertain none of that.
I want to ask you a question. What do you think is really going on with the image of the black man? Because it seems to have slid from masculine to kind of feminine. Yes, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten extremely feminine. And again, like I said, I don't know if that's to try to make it, because when it was masculine, it was, angry black man. It was, a fearful thing. It was intimidating. But now it's I don't know if the soft, the feminine black man is more acceptable. It doesn't create that fear or whatever, people think or that they associate with it, I don't know, because let's be honest, you're not afraid of no dude in no dress. You're not afraid of no dude who look like he wearing women. Cause you're not afraid of the dude that pull up to the awards with a tuxedo dress. Well, it is what it is. But I think that, a lot of this it's pushing a very bad message through the community, and because especially when you have a lot of fatherless homes and things like that, and entertainment is the next go-to, especially with most of the youth. They looking at whatever rapper, they looking at whatever actor or whatever's on TV. That's how because what's the thing that people always want to do? I want to get out the hood. I want to be a athlete, actor, or a rapper. Rapper first. If motherfuckers can't play no sports, it's like a rapper first, then athlete, then whatever else. Even if the athletes want to be rappers and actors, and vice versa. It's like a cycle. But and so you start looking at these people, and when these people are doing weird shit and off the wall shit, because the athletes even dress weird too,
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, and especially the younger ones.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. And so I think it puts these beliefs in people's heads that this is the way to go. Again, I'm not really tripping on it because, hey, look, the more motherfuckers that go that route, shit, the easier it is for the rest of us. I mean, it may be bad for the women because they having less options, but shit, it makes it easier on the men who ain't entertaining that nonsense. So, less competition. But it is definitely sad. But in the long run, it's just a bad look.
But
man.
I think we just definitely just need to get back to traditional men and women roles and stop all this women this and men that. Like, just let a man be a man, let a woman be a woman. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's and it is what it is. And like I said, and I agree with kind of what the caller earlier, Scott, has said, that if you ain't fucking with a certain person, why not be worried about it? But it's just the influence that it's starting to have. And then, you may have a certain, you may be attracted to a certain person, you have a certain level of expectation. And then when you kind of sort of realize it's not what that is, it can be a little off-putting. You know what I mean?
Well, we shouldn't be doing this to the kids, though. Yeah. Having them grow up genderless. Like, I don't even understand the concept of that. How people think it's okay to raise their child without a gender.
Yeah, that's a real odd thing to me too. Because I think it's confusing for the children.
Exactly.
Here's my deal. Like, I'm not telling you that you got to tell your kids how to live in this life. We have to guide children and be a beacon of information, and inspiration. But when you just say, well, we're going to let the kid decide everything. Kids don't, kids don't know shit. Like, kids don't know a motherfucking thing. We be adults that still don't know shit, getting hoodwinked and persuaded by shit all the time. So when a kid is 3, 4, 5 years old, when they get old enough, we're going to let them choose what their sex is or what they decide. It's going to be influenced by every motherfucking thing you do, even though you're trying to be, people say, oh, we're going to treat them non-gendered, or we're going to treat them like, no bias. And so we're not going to give them neutral names. But what you don't realize is even when you're not trying to influence them, you're influencing them. I saw a couple the other day, and they're like, "Hey, well, we're not gonna go by the traditional gender roles." But if you look at it, the chick was a little bit manlier than the husband, and the husband looked kind of feminine, and it was just a real odd situation. I mean, if it is what it is, it is what it is. But my thing is, you're influencing them, whether you think you are or you think you aren't. So I think the little kid had a purse and was doing some extra stuff, and just little weird shit going on. And again, so my thing is, you can't expect. And the problem I think is, like, if that's how you want to raise them, fine it then, because you got to deal with the consequences. They got to live with the consequences. But the rest of the world is not going to accept what your decision just because you made. So you can't expect the rest of the world to just automatically, because you thought this was cool, that everybody else is going to, and they're not. And you got to be realistic, but that's what I think you have a lot of people who aren't realistic. So if you're going to do all that with your children, you need to sit down and talk to them about all the pressures that are going to come with that. And it's not that people are ignorant, or it's not that people are stupid or judgmental or whatever. It's you're doing something that's kind of going against the grain of what's been going on for so long. And people ain't just going to adapt, Who knows? 30 years from now, that might end up being the thing. The way it's trending, it might be. Scotty, what the fuck you want, man? But I do think it's a bad look. I think that you got to set a role for them, And if they end up, if like people say it's nature or it's natural, they're born that way, then guess what? If you're born that way, then they're gonna make the adjustments as they get older and get more sense about life and have a better understanding. But if you're just letting them kind of be willy-nilly blowing in the wind and not knowing what the fuck they are, not giving them an identity, then they're gonna have confusion. They're gonna have a struggle. They're gonna struggle definitely in life, and I think it causes more harm than help.
Exactly. Well, how can you go to school with kids, boys and girls, and then you don't have a side to sit on? Which bathroom you gonna use? What you gonna do? Mm-hmm. Like, at some point, you gotta decide something.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, and that's the thing. And so, and then it causes problem. It upsets, the way everything else has kind of been structured. And I think it's kind of selfish too. Because again, it's just you trying to be different, or you're saying you're trying to a lot of people just want to go against the grain for no reason, not even having a valid reason to go against the grain. They just want to do it just because.
Yeah, I think some people are confusing their kids just so they can say they have a transgender child, but they think it's cool. And that's a dangerous thing for something like that to become a trend,
Mm-hmm. I agree. Scotty, what you looking at, man? Get out of my face. You're just really staring me in my face right now. Like, I don't know what you want. Scotty is a gender neutral dog. When he got his shit, he got neutered, so he gender neutral now. Yeah, shit, he was wilding out. I had the motherfucking me. It was either Scotty was gonna get killed, or Scotty had to get the chop, because Scotty was motherfucking me. He was getting a little too big for his britches. I had to put Scotty in the choke slam a time or two. He thought he was gonna buck the system. I was like, look, buddy, it ain't going down like that. I'm turning around. Look at the camera, Scotty. Here you go, with your dirty mouth. Like, what the fuck is going on? There you go. All right. Yeah, that's Scotty for everybody who asking about the dog. So what do you think could be done though to try to change the idea, or do you think it's too far gone? Do you think Hollywood and entertainment has too much of an impact on the community, or what can people do to start getting away from this trend of emasculating black men through clothing and behavior?
That's a good question. I don't know. I really think it's up to the black men at the core of it, because they the ones that's doing it and following the leader. By leading themselves. It's almost to the point where I wish they would bring back the gangster rap and the big clothes and all that stuff. I mean, they walking out here in these flower shirts and skinny jeans, and there's one rapper had on all pink, and then other ones be wearing dresses and skirts and.
Damn. Yeah.
I'm exhausted. I mean, I don't understand.
So you got beef with the pink shirts?
Yeah.
So you were never a fan of Cameron? Because Cameron had that super pink phase for a little while.
Yeah, stop encouraging that. That's not cute. And then I think that's part of the women problem too. That we want to say stuff cute. Oh, he look cute. A man not supposed to look cute. He's supposed to look handsome.
Okay. So what about these women who encourage some of that behavior with the clothing? Do you think that, because here's my beef, like with little kids and motherfuckers, and it goes both ways, but when people try to dress their little kids like grown folks, I see them doing their sons like that, I see them doing their daughters like that. Like, let them motherfuckers wear some Oshkosh bagas, get fucked up, get dirty, and wild out. But I see there was some shit on Instagram, and I want to say it was somebody I knew or somebody who was affiliated with, but they had like a clothing line for like little girls, and I'm just like, hell no. And I mean, this is like little kids, 3-4 years old. I'm like, this is shit that grown women basically wear. Like, let them be kids. Like, it's a point where you're trying to make your kids too damn cute. You're trying to do too damn much, then you wonder why they fast and why they grown and why they, acting like this at 9-10 years old. But Some people think it's okay. They treat their kids like little models or little replicas and shit. I see it with the same shit with sons. You know, I've seen a lot of the saying, you know, that the single moms who dress their kids up like the man that left them or whatever, or they dress them up like niggas they like and stuff like that, and then they end up having these issues. How much of an impact do you believe that is?
I think that's terrible, and I think that's child abuse. Because why are you putting your child out there like that? Then you got their pictures posted all over the internet. And you know these creepers and molesters and stuff be taking these pictures and saving them and everything.
Yeah. And that's the wild shit.
I remember it was a guy and his baby mother had a picture up of his daughter and she was like 3 or 4 or something like that. And she had on a little like bra-like top or something and some little leggings, and he wanted that picture down, and I agreed with him. Don't have that baby out there looking like that.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what I'm saying.
Try to say, oh, people shouldn't look at her like that. It's not about how people should look at her. You shouldn't put her out there like that, first of all.
Exactly. What the hell you think when you know, when you talking about when a grown woman, she wears something, when people wear stuff, it's for attention. And so when you putting people down like that, or making kids like that, they're getting that same type of attention that grown-ups should be giving one another, but you trying to put it in a childlike form and expect somebody not to look, or not to think like that, but you replicating an adult. So again, you supplying the perverse, basically, like you said, and then you get mad about it, but you the one doing it. That's why I say that shit makes no sense. Like I was gonna say, man, you don't see me posting pictures of anybody or anything, because one, there has to be a level of separation, and then two, it's just like, because the internet is a weird place. I already got enough flack on my own. I'm not finna put my family and shit like that, or my people like that. It is what it is. They didn't ask for any of the extra, and I'm not finna. It's just too much weird shit that goes on, and I'm not gonna partake in the shenanigans.
Pictures of their baby in the bathtub, naked, or showing their booty. If I see that shit, I report that shit to Facebook. So you should not have. I do. I sure do.
Yeah,
I sure do.
Yeah.
I hit them little 3 dots, and then I go down there and report it. Yes, I do. Because because you should not have your child out there like that. It's too much going on.
Yeah, it ain't no reason. If that's your own little personal shit, fine, whatever. But not to be putting out there to the world. Ain't no reason to be sharing no shit like that. It's just some certain shit you don't have to share. And I think people don't know nowadays, especially when you grow up with that shit, like people don't know where that line is. Like it's certain commentary. I got a homeboy, and him and his old lady, they just be putting their business out there, talk about fucking and I should have fucked with you this morning. I should have did this with you. I'm like, man, don't nobody want to hear that. Like it'll be a comment. It'll be a comment about something complete, or a picture of something about something completely different. And then, you was looking good this morning. We should have fucked this. Well, this was an innocent post, and then now y'all doing some old ratchet shit on here. Look, thumbs down, or put the angry face, whatever the fuck a nigga. Don't nobody want to hear this shit. Like, we came here for the comments, for the laughs, and y'all on some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to fucking see that. What you want, Scotty? What do you want? But
now that's the kind of stuff I need on my timeline. I got a bunch of boring ass people. I need some.
But look. I mean, I'm just saying, hey, what is your partner? You ain't trying to hear all that shit. You like, look, nigga, you let take that shit somewhere else. Don't nobody want to know nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but people they do too much. Expose their kids to too much.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. What do you want, man? Scotty, better leave me alone. I don't feel like fooling with you.
Oh, Scotty.
I think he want to go out, but I don't feel like just took about to bring him down. Shit, that's the one to go outside. Look, you gonna have to wait. You know what I'm saying?
He want a Subway or something.
Man, look, Subway closed. What time is it? 2 in the morning? Yeah, it's 2 in the morning, but we ain't going to Subway. It ain't happening.
Try to get him a date.
Shit. Have a date with that bed.
I know that's right.
Over looking offended.
So why did Cardi B even come to y'all city? I don't even get there. I don't even get her connections.
Because of the Houston rodeo, and the Houston rodeo it has
but
like
the rodeo for country people.
Yeah, but it's like what they do. They have like a basically supposed to be a black artist night. Then they'll have like a Latin night. So they try to attract all kind of people because it's a real big deal. It lasts for a few weeks and have a carnival. It's real dope. It's really a cool deal. But they brought. I mean, for them, I guess the business was good. But to me, they brought the worst of the worst artists to represent at the rodeo.
Exactly. I don't get it at all.
Chat acting up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, and then sometimes I think with that is just they want to be on something different, and then you listen to something long enough, the shit starts sounding like something to you, and so they don't want to be on the music that they older relatives was on. They want to be on their own little lane, and as the generations change, they get weird. Like because this generation is supposed to be the most depressed generation, but it's like y'all got more access, more ability, more everything than ever, and that's mind power. And they just find ways to be depressed. But what I think that is social media. I think social media is really a bad thing for the youth, and that's why I try to do my best to keep the little one off of it until she get older. Because when you 5, 6, and you on these phones, and you 8, 9, 10, and you don't really understand that these people are not living like this. That these are highlights of these people's lives. That these are. These are clips. These are the best parts of their life. They're editing their life. They're filtering their life to you. And then you looking at this stuff over and over. By the time you looking at it, they done been done with that. That shit happened hours ago, days ago, whatever. But you looking at it, and in your mind, you're imagining it right now. And you looking at your surroundings, and you saying, "Well, I'm not in that situation. I'm not living like that. I'm not a part of that. Why?" And you thinking that your life ain't that good. You thinking that everybody's living better than me, and that shit fucks up kids' heads, man. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. I don't think a lot of parents realize that. And this shit is powerful. But the thing is, because a lot of us are caught up in it. But at the same time, depending on your age group, you had life without, so you have a better understanding. Even though you have that understanding, you still get caught up in it. But you just got to realize that it's a fucked up deal, and it's designed that way. I mean, there's science that goes into all this stuff to make it so addicting. The sounds that they use are perfectly chosen. The alerts that they use are perfectly chosen. All this stuff is scientifically tested to make sure to get the most attention from people. And, parents and stuff don't realize they let their kids be on these, let them be on, YouTube, let them be on, Instagram, they let them be on this. Like, man, if those kids, like I say, my goal is to keep the little one off until she's 15. I know it's going to be kids at school doing this, that, and the third. And I know she'll be looking at their phones and stuff. But if I catch her ass having an account before the age of 15, we're going to have some problems. Because they were just talking about, like right now, the most depressed group is little girls in junior high right now. And the reason why is because, especially when you're going into that puberty age, and then when you're trying to get attention, and little kids start catching feelings and stuff, and then you looking at these grown ass women and you comparing yourself, this is where you're supposed to be, nowhere near close to that. You know what I'm saying? And you thinking you got to look like this, and these motherfuckers got plastic surgery and all this other shit, and you don't understand the level of commitment, we'll call it, to that, and you just a kid. You thinking something fucked up with you, and so you in your mind, you telling yourself you ain't shit, you ain't on that level, you ain't this, you ain't that. And it's a problem. So I'm like, I'm gonna do my damnedest to motherfucking me make sure that shit ain't shaking,
Exactly, and that's why we should perpetuate images of people like Cardi B as something to be like, because really in the real world, a person like Cardi B couldn't get a job doing in the real world acting like that, a stereotype.
And that's what people don't realize. They think, oh, well, she made it. Well, why can't I make it? Why can't I, I'm
going to be myself.
Yeah, but you can't be yourself unless you can, support that lifestyle, support that situation. Yeah,
She's not even herself. She's an exaggerated stereotype of what she's seen or what she's been around. If people really think she acts like that 24/7, they crazy. She's an actress. And she tries to rap.
Straight up.
But for real, I tried though. I tried to get her a chance and say, "Oh, I'm gonna support her. She doing good. I like her music." I just couldn't lie to myself no more. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as a woman of color, it was good to try to support a woman that's trying to, get out there and do her stuff. But at the same time, you gotta be real with yourself and realize she don't have no talent.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that old like the women with the overly deep voice rapping, trying to, you know, like, I don't know why I don't like that shit. You know, it bugs me. She be trying to like make her voice sound a certain way, like like what is going on?
Right.
Who is this little nigga? I don't know what's going on right now. I thought this was.
You know what? She benefits from having good beats. That's what it is.
That's really is.
People love the beats because her rapping is terrible.
Yeah.
And then it's like her and Offset make a good couple because he can't rap either. He sound horrible too.
Yeah, and I ain't finna get into that whole Migos shit. That's a whole
all
weird,
that mumbling. And then they call it mumble rap. It ain't mumbling. Y'all forgot y'all lyrics. It's a difference.
Yeah, so I can say that shit, but I can say, you know, that's that new celebrity couple. That's the shit that people love. People love looking at weird shit like that. But like I say, I almost think with him, man, he know what the benefit is right now. She winning. It's a favor. It's a plus for you to keep her in your life, you know, because all that extra attention that come with that shit, you know, it's a plus. You know? And so the thing is, like, especially if you're a celebrity, you need all the fucking attention you can get, good or bad. It don't matter. People need to be paying attention to you. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Scotty, what is you doing,
man? I've been on here a long time. People gonna be talking about me in the chat, commenting. I just stayed on the phone and asked me.
Okay, I ain't even realized. Look. I've been doing a whole lot of talking, but you know, Miss.
I like listening to you talk because you really be enlightening us.
Oh, I'll just be talking shit. Straight up. But I mean, it's
but
just
it be good shit. It be that good shit.
Okay, well that's what's up then. Because it just be how I feel, man. Like I said, I don't be trying to, you know, mislead anybody or tell anybody, you know, nothing I don't think, or at least, you know, try to be a little bit positive. But, you know, like I said, I just appreciate y'all for listening. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no problem.
Already. Well, Miss Rashida, I'm gonna let you make it, but I appreciate the call.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'll be listening to the end.
Already.
Hopefully you won't get no boring calls after me.
I hope not. I think we gonna be good though. I think we gonna be straight.
Oh, you got that optimistic thing going good.
Yeah, you gotta be optimistic. You know, you gotta hope something good come in. You know, if you think too negative, it ain't no good for you.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you later. And good night, everybody.
All right, good night, Mr. Rashid. Appreciate the call.
All right, no problem.
All right. Scotty, man, y'all don't realize, y'all can't quite see all the stuff. This motherfucker been all over everywhere. This nigga sniffing on some tape now. He's on the desk, like, because it's a decent sized desk. So he on the desk, he sniffing keys, damn near knocked the phone off the motherfucking thing. And he just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But I just realized because I started a little bit late, you know, that it is, I started at 10:30, a little bit later. So we might go ahead and wind it down this evening so I can get some rest and then be active for tomorrow. Because tonight, later on tonight, it is Sunday night confessions tonight. And so I need to know what y'all confessing. I need to know what's going down. I think we're going to have some interesting things to say, interesting things to discuss. So yeah, we're gonna call it a wrap for this evening. So I want to know what y'all look. Y'all better have something good tomorrow. I don't want to hear all this. And the ladies disappeared last Sunday. Look, I want to see who's gonna call in. I want to know what's on y'all mind. I don't want to hear no shenanigans. All right. So I'm gonna be looking forward to it. But man, I want to say shout out to everybody who comes through each and every night. And I thank y'all, man. I really do. I really do. And Scotty, he giving me this shitty look. So I'm gonna go walk his ass and call it a wrap. I appreciate it, man. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Look, y'all ain't gotta go home. Be quiet as hell on set. Be low key lurking. I ain't mad at you. That's scam. You knocked Scotty. I'm gonna lie to you. You knocked his phone off the table. I'm gonna bust your ass. But I appreciate all of y'all, man. Appreciate all the love. Y'all be cool. Y'all be safe, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow night. Like I said, you ain't gotta go home, but y'all gotta get the fuck up out of here. I'm gone. Foot fetish. Hold up. What y'all doing? Just got to get out of here, man. Tomorrow, tonight, y'all know what I'm talking about. Goddamn shit. Couple hours, about 30 minutes. We're gonna be back out live again.